Yo, good morning. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for waiting on me. Y'all know how Mondays be with me, child. I'm coming. Trust me. I be trying to get done a million things before I pop on. Okay. I'll be on calls and everything. But y'all forgive me. We're here. Okay. Good morning. Happy morning. Happy morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Hello and hello. Thank you all for joining the show. Look at me still. There we go. All right. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Who we got in here? Let's scroll back to the top because I know y'all in here. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Good morning to Mary Giles and Cassandra D. Good morning. Miss Pruitt. Good morning. Reba 0616. Good morning, Leslie Salmon. Good morning, Sheila Washington. Good morning, Leslie Salmon again. Good morning, Tammy Fox. Good morning, Rose Armstead. My backup mod, Angela. Good morning. Erica Butler. Good morning. Miss Honeybee, good morning. Dorcas Williams, good morning. Good morning, Miss Cheryl H. Tuff, good morning. Pamela Williams, good morning. Let's keep scrolling. My other mod, Scorpion Miss, good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Kim Swinson, good morning. Big Steak is in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Big Steak. Good morning, Miss Pruitt. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Kim Jones. Good morning, Roberta Collins, Marion's favorite, Cheryl Kinsley Smith. Good morning. Smith. Wanda Cockshell, good morning. Cynthia Williams, good morning. The one, I know that's right. You better let them know, girl. You that. The one. All right, Angela Cuff in the building. Lord Eden is here. Erica Rogers is here. April Pearson is here. Gail West is here. Deborah Johnson, good morning. April Murray, good morning. Pepper's Love is in the building. Denise Slay is here. Soul Star Music Lover is in the house. Classy type lady is here. Y'all know I be messing up names. Oh my God. Angela Kelly is here. Bernadette is here. Susan Penrod. Susan Penrod, I'm sorry, is in the building. Greatness Love, I see you. Renee Robinson, I see you. Delilah T is here. Shonda Allen is here. Thanks for being a member as well. Again, Miss Pruitt, good morning. Flower Bloom is here. Dee Darden is here. Brenda Gresham is here. Angela Murray is here. Y'all are in the building. My goodness. Good morning, Roberta Collins says, I already know you are still bringing the tea. Yes, you know I am, okay? Y'all know how Car Chronicles be, girl. We be all in the business over here. So thank y'all for being here. Andretta Wiggins, thanks for being here. Amber Shelby is here. Again, thank you so much, Roberta Collins, for the super sticker. We appreciate you. All right. Denise Johnson is here. Alicia Murray is here. Shonda Allen is here. And everybody else in the building. We got 114 watching thus far. Thank you all for being here. All right. Let's get into our show because we have one. Yes, we do. All right. So everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right. Yes, honey. Hopefully you guys are caught up on all of our lives that we've done prior to this video. I think I went live twice yesterday. So if you guys didn't get a chance to check that out, please check that out. All right. Yes. Let's get into our show, honey. Somebody asked me yesterday, can we see hair? I flat ironed my hair yesterday. Y'all see it? I flat ironed my hair yesterday. I washed my hair, did a hot oil treatment, shampooed it, conditioned it, and flat iron. Can y'all see it? Yes, honey. Yes, the length is length, ain't it? My hair is so healthy, thank God. Because I try to keep child until I find a beautician. I keep telling y'all, until I find a beautician that I love and trust, then I'll continue to do my own hair. Yes, we flat ironed it yesterday. And I don't even really be putting heat on my hair like that. But it's going to last me a while. So I don't really have to do much to it. And I wrapped it in a silk scarf last night. So, yeah, I woke up this morning like, girl. Yes, I was feeling myself a little bit. I was in the mirror. On one of them. You know how you used to, when you were a kid and your mama used to press your hair out for like what was it, like Easter? Because my mom used to do that to me. Like on Easter, your mom, because you know the whole time you wear ponytails. But on Easter, honey, you get to wear that hair down. And baby, my mom used to get that hot comb my hair. Baby, I'd be in the mirror like this for about a good 30 minutes. I was like, I forgot how good it felt, child, for my hair to be so. But we're gonna see how long it lasts, okay? Because when we working out and sweating and stuff like that, we'll see. We will see. All right, I'm ready for my braids to get back. I'm gonna give it probably another week or so, and then we're gonna get back in the braids. Because baby, I'm tired. Okay, I don't like doing my hair. I really don't. That's why I put the braids in. Said I had mine flat iron, and 3 hours later, you had a fro. Yeah, I think it's what you put on it. I put some oils and stuff on it. So we'll see how it work out, child. Because baby, I get on that treadmill and I be like that. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how long it lasts. But let's get into the show. All right. I done gave y'all all my hair care beauty secrets. So y'all, honey, go on out there and do it. And it works. All right. Keep them ends cut. Keep your hair oiled. Keep your hair washed and conditioned good. I told y'all what conditioner I use. Okay. All of that. Y'all do all of that. Y'all take your vitamins. I told y'all take biotin. Biotin helps your hair grow, and it helps your hair be strong as well. And it gives it a nice little, glistening look about it. And it helps your skin and your nails. Okay. Y'all see my nails? These are my nails. These are mine. I just get the little, little overlay over it to keep them from breaking. But these are mine. These are my nails. Hair, nails, skin. Okay. Biotin, honey. Get into it. Let's get into the show, though. All right. I be trying to give y'all all my healthcare secrets, and I ain't going to try. Why we need to keep them? All right, we want everyone to be beautiful and manageable out here. All right, let's get our politics out of the way as we always do. All right. Yes, honey, take care of that hair. Take care of it. All right. Thank y'all for being there. I see y'all in the building. I see you, Carla. I see you, Creole Girl. I see you misspoken for. You better let them know you spoken for in here. Yes, ma'am. All right, so breaking, honey. Breaking says that President Trump says, well, Trump, child. Trump. Trump says that he plans to pause deportations for illegal immigrants, you guys, employed in agriculture, hospitality, and other industries. All right. So, of course, you would after you done got called out for sending that man up over there when you're supposed to have his ass already back. But let's get into what they're saying here, child, because Trump sounds like he don't know what the hell he's doing in office. I think he's just in there. I think he's on a power trip. But shout out to Attorney Griggs, because that's what we're watching.
So they can lay down it as well.
And we're going to work with people so that if they go out in a nice way, and go back to their country, we're going to work with them right from the beginning on trying to get them back in legally. Is that right? So it gives you real incentive. Otherwise, they never come back. They'll never be allowed once a certain period of time goes by, which is probably going to be 60 days. We're also going to work with farmers that if they have strong recommendations for their farms for certain people, we're going to let them stay in for a while and work with the farmers and then come back and go through a legal process. But we have to take care of our farmers and hotels and various places where they need the people. And we're going to be working with you very carefully on that. So a farmer will come in with a letter concerning certain people saying they're great, they're working hard. We're going to slow it down a little bit for them. And then we're going to ultimately bring them back. They'll go out. They're going to come back as legal workers. Okay.
So they can lay down it as well.
All right. So a certain amount of workers will get to stay here in the U.S. As you guys can see, illegal immigrants who are employed in agriculture, hospitality, and other industries. They're saying that the Trump will get a letter from their employer to see how they're doing and how they're, processing whatever they need to in terms of if they'll be deported or not. So if they just want them lazy immigrants, child, and they're gonna get shipped on up out here is what it sounded like. But he's considering plans to pause the deportations for illegal immigrants. I mean, shit, who else gonna do some of these jobs? You got illegal immigrants, and I said it before, that will absolutely work in fields and picking shit. I'm not picking anything. I'm serious. I ain't trying to be doing no shit like that. I'm not going to do any type of food industry stuff. I don't want to do that. So if they want to do it, let them do it. I mean, if they're not here committing crimes and bothering anybody and they're just here trying to work, what's the problem? I don't see what the problem is. Everybody agree with me? If they're not here to start trouble and committing crimes, let these people stay here and work and support their families. Like, the first thing he want to do is get people out of here. I said this before. That is just the weirdest shit ever. And the people that are here most people don't want to do them damn jobs that they're doing. A lot of those warehouse jobs where they're production based and they gotta, be able to do such and such amount within a certain amount of time. I mean, if immigrants can come over here and do it, shit, let them do it. A lot of people don't want to be under that type of pressure, but you have some immigrants that want to come over here and do that shit and earn their money. So I don't see the point in getting them out of here. If they ain't bothering nobody, don't bother them. Okay. If 45 people want to stay in a 1-bedroom house and go to work, who the fuck am I to stop them? If 87 people want to pile into a Hyundai to go down there to Home Depot and go to work, who are we to stop them? Child, let them all get in a Hyundai, child. All 45 of them get into a Hyundai and go to work. Like, was that nice? I don't know. Anyway, but that's what had happened. All right, let's move on. Cause child, you know how child, a Honda Accord, maybe it'd be about 25 of them in a Honda Accord. You be like, how the hell they get all of them get in there like that? 25 in a Honda Accord, honey, going to work. Yes, they are. And they be down there at the laundromat, child, with their prom dresses and they and their Easter dresses on with them ruffle socks. They have their kids on their ruffle socks and their little Easter dresses while they in there folding up clothes. They don't be bothering nobody, do they? They sure don't. They sure don't. Y'all know they do. Little Mexican women, child, dress their kids up like they about to go to church, to go down there to the laundromat to get their damn clothes washed. And they don't be bothering not one person. They have their Mexican music up loud and they be in there, they folding a little bit and then on there in there like Selena, child. Come on off floor. And they're be set off. And they're folding up their damn clothes. Child, leave these people alone. Leave them alone. All right. Because we don't care. We don't care, and we ain't trying to bother. All right, so let's get into the next topic. Y'all know they do. Look, I'm like, why they got their Easter dresses on in here, child? Just to be folding clothes. That's weird. Why y'all gotta dress up so much? And the mamas be dressed up too, child, with they little Easter dresses and shit on. Okay. They first Sunday dresses on and they're folding up drawers and shit. All right, let's get on into that. What's up, Miss Aisha in the building? I see you, Kelly S. I see you in the Kelly S is in the building laughing. Classy type lady. I see y'all in the building. Yes, Carla Van Zant. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we've been talking about this, and we got to spin the block, okay? Because there's a small little update. Y'all know we like to do updates. Stop. Yes, and they have their little Easter dress. Y'all know they do. All right, so Trump says that he'll comply with Supreme Court order to return wrongfully deported man. Now, we've been talking about this for a little bit. So it's looking like Trump is going to comply. Why y'all laughing like y'all don't know the people who have on Easter dresses and they Sunday best up in there in the laundromat, child, and they're pouring bleach and shit everywhere? Yes, girl. So Trump says that he will be complying. All right, shout out to the baller alert. Let's get into it. Now, Donald Trump said Friday that he would honor the Supreme Court's decision to return a man mistakenly deported to El Salvador. Now it said that if the Supreme Court says that bring somebody back, I would do that. That's what Trump is saying. Said I respect the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court. Boy, bye. Said that Trump stated aboard Air Force One, says that I have great respect for the Supreme Court. Why you had to say it twice? Said that the court on Thursday declined to overturn a judge's order requiring the administration to facilitate the return of Kilmer Abrigo Garcia, child. Said that while the justices asked the lower court to clarify the wording, said that they upheld the judge's approach in ensuring Garcia's case proceeds as it would have been had he not been improperly sent to El Salvador. So y'all know he was sent to El Salvador by ICE. They came and picked him up. Child, he was out driving somewhere and they pulled his ass over, picked him up, sent him over to El Salvador. They shaved his hair down when he was not supposed to be deported. So Trump had a deadline to have him sent back, and the deadline is coming gone, and he's still not on U.S. soil. So Trump is now saying that he will comply in terms of getting him back here and respecting what the justice system have asked him to do. So earlier this Friday, the White House appeared cautious about how far it would go. It says the Supreme Court made their ruling last night very clear that it's the administration's responsibility to facilitate the return, not to effectuate the return, said the White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt. Said that at the hearing the same afternoon, U.S. Judge Paula, Zenis, criticized the Justice Department for seeking delays instead of promptly updating the court. It says that the judge expressed frustration, all right, in this case. So if you guys want to read more up on it, you can go over to Baller Alert. So they're frustrated that Trump has not done what they've asked him to do, which is get this guy back on American soil. We know extradition and all that is in place, but you the president, you getting other shit done, you get him back over here. All right, he shouldn't have been over there in the first damn place. They shaved his damn hair off and everything. They need to shave off Trump head for doing some stupid shit like that. But anyway, let's move on. All right, this is what hold on, give me 1 second. All right. That done had that boy over there all these years, not years, but all these months waiting to get back up over here. I'm pretty sure this is what his family got to say to Trump after they done waited so damn long. Let's get pulled up. This what the Mexican community.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.
Yes, that's what they're saying to you, Trump. Okay. Fuck Thank you. All right, you should have been had him up over here. But let's move on. All right. So y'all know these damn tariffs and stuff going on, honey. These damn tariffs and whatnot. Trump's steady raising up the tariffs. All right, so beauty supply owners, they are bracing for price hikes, you guys, due to 145% tariff on wigs and hair extensions. Lord, the Black community is about to go crazy. Baby, if you can't get you a good little wig, honey, and Easter about to come up, Lord, what are we gonna do, Lord? what are we gonna do, Lord? Easter coming up. And wigs about to go up, Lord. Somebody ain't going to church on Easter Sunday. That's all I know. I'll be over here at Bedside Baptist watching the shit unfold. But it's given that somebody ain't going to make it to church on Easter Sunday because these damn tariffs going up and these wigs is also going up as well. Baby, y'all know some people love a good wig. I don't wear wigs because I be sweating too damn much for that shit. But baby, wigs is going up. All right, and let's get on into what it gotta say because it's sad.
By the tariff tension, the cost of wigs and hair extensions. China's the largest exporter of all that stuff. Channel 2's Tom Regan continues our Team 2 coverage now in DeKalb County with why some wigs could cost 50% more.
Here at My Beauty Unlimited, they sell hundreds of different wigs and hair extensions. Most all of it comes from China. And with those steep tariffs in place, changing your look with a wig could cost you more.
I really like the curly wigs because summer is coming.
The last few weeks have been a little hair-raising for Maureen Yancey, owner of My Beauty Unlimited.
If these tariffs are being implemented, it's affecting supply chain. Negatively, adversely affecting supply chain, and it's affecting how customers buy.
She stocks hundreds of synthetic and real hair wigs and extensions. She told me she can't accurately predict how much the 3-digit tariff on Chinese-made products will affect her prices, but she estimates lower-priced synthetic wigs will rise around 25 to 30%. Higher-end wigs may cost even more. A $400 wig, for example, may jump to $500, but again, that's just a guess.
It's a recession-proof industry, so people are going to buy beauty products, hair, wigs, chemical products. So, yeah, they're going to have to pay, unfortunately.
She told me she doesn't want to pass price hikes on to her customers, but not doing so could put her out of business.
Things are going to go up, supplies are going to go up. It's all not great. And then small businesses, you have to think about, we're trying to keep small businesses here. What can we do? Everything is going up.
It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm going to have to, see, what the effect is and then, explore my options.
Maureen says the options she's exploring includes buying wigs and hair extensions from other manufacturers in lesser tax countries like India, Cambodia, and Vietnam. In DeKalb County, Tucker, Tom Regan, Channel 2 Action News.
One of the things
Damn. Boy, it's gonna be a whole bunch of bald-headed people running around. Who gonna be paying $500 for a damn wig? That's excessive. You know how much you could do with $500 if you spend your money right, if you get your hair right? Literally. Damn. Y'all see this? For those of you that wear wigs, child, this shit is about to get real. Trump, we blame you because you're doing this shit, okay? Business owners are saying, hey, we got to raise the prices on things, or our ass gonna be out of business. So you used to spend $300 for a wig, you might spend $500 for a damn wig. And they saying, hey, we like the curly wigs now because it's about to get hot, girl. We're trying to have a hot girl summer, but it's looking like you about to not have a hot girl summer because, baby, it's seeming like that sun gonna be on your skull because you ain't gonna have nothing up there to protect it because these wigs is going up too damn high. So y'all gonna have to figure something out here, child. It's gonna be a lot of more people probably getting them clear heels out, getting on down in the Magic City, earning a little extra change and whatnot, so they can get down there to Yangs and Changs and get them a good old wig out here. All right. So Easter is approaching, and I'm not sure what y'all gonna do, but Bedside Baptist, child, we can use some more members over there, child. Go on, get online, child, and go to church. All right, get online and go to church. Don't be out here stressed out on no damn wigs. All right. So yeah. So it said the wigs at Yancey's store, honey, range from $20. All right, to $400, and she anticipates a 25 to 30% increase in the price of cheaper synthetic wigs, while human hair wigs could see even more steeper hike, of course. Damn, so for some fake ass hair from $20, okay, you're gonna spend $400 on some fake ass hair, on some fake wig, some synthetic hair on a wig. Child. All right, it says it maybe $100 more, so you're looking at $100 more. If you were spending $300, you're gonna be spending $400. That's sad. Damn. Damn. All right, well, tariffs are going, everything is going up. Everything is going up. So y'all just brace for the worst. All right. Lord. Lord. I better start growing some dreads or something. I don't know, honey. I don't know. Get some braids or something. Shit, I don't know. I might give me some damn braids and move on. All right, so coming up, it says Caramel. Said Caramel, you there is plenty of her, huh? Says Caramel, you there is plenty of her in these shops now. Okay. All right, let's get on, child. Y'all see who's up on my screen? Child, the Menendez brothers. All right. Now, if you guys did not get a chance to see, I always like to, when I see stuff like this, I always like to see the behind the scenes. I like to see the history, what really happened. That's why I like documentaries, because you can't always go by what you see on the news, because the news is going to report what the news want to fucking report. Now, when you watch documentaries, it gives you a better insight on why a person did what they did and what transpired to make them do what they did. Okay. You get the full story, the true Hollywood story, all right, of what had happened in a situation. And this situation was no different. Now, do I agree with what they did? No, I don't, but I understand. And you got to watch the documentary to understand why these two guys right here, the Menendez brothers, did what they did. All right. Y'all know that they unalived their parents, their father, who was sexually assaulting them for quite some time. Okay. Both brothers. And the mother sat back and watched it and allowed it. So they took their anger out on her as well. Yeah. And they were sentenced, I want to say they were sentenced to life in prison, but it says that the Menendez brothers scored a court victory, finally granted resentencing hearing. So it's looking like they're getting ready to get out. They've had a lot of prison bays too. I've been watching this story. I just haven't reported on it, but I've been watching because I did watch the documentary. So it's looking like they may be getting ready to get out. They do have some girlfriends, and I child women be falling over the Menendez brothers. Okay, I promise you. I was looking like, what the fuck are y'all thinking? These dudes are fucking crazy. But I don't know. It's so crazy how women seek out men who are very dangerous, that are locked up like this, and they are so enamored with psychos. These dudes are fucking psychos because of what they went through, and it's like they internalize what their father did to them, and just one day they snapped and they planned like, look, this is what we're gonna do. And all of Hollywood was afraid of them when this shit happened. It was like, oh my god, this ain't the type of neighborhood this shit happened in. Like, but let's get into it, y'all. Eric and Lyle Menendez just landed a major legal win. Now, on April 11th of 2025, a judge denied DA Nathan Holcom's motion to cancel a resentencing petition previously filed, granting the infamous brothers a new hearing set for April 17th. That's coming up this week, okay? Child, they might be getting out. All right. Says the defense attorney, Mark Garagos, which is a great attorney, okay? Y'all know he was in the O.J. Simpson case as well, I think. Celebrated the decision as justice, highlighting their decades of rehabilitation and impact behind bars. Now, Garagos blasted prosecutors for leaning on 80s era narratives and showing graphic photos. Despite grim expressions, Eric and Lyle seemed emotionally engaged, all right? Yeah. Because they were children when this happened, and their father was doing some very, very eerie things to these. I can't even talk about it on here. Literally go on. I think it's, where did I watch it? On Netflix, I think. Or just Google it. You may see some clips of it on YouTube or somewhere. But I watched from beginning to end the documentary, and I was just like, oh my God, how could a parent do this to a fucking child? And a mother sit back and watch it happening. Like their mother literally was setting shit up for the father to violate their sons. And this is why they did what they did. So I was just like, I don't agree with the nature of how they handled it, but I understand their anger and why they did it. Okay, so I do not promote violence in any way, shape, or form, nor do I promote a person taking another person's life, but I understand why they went to the depths that they went in order to feel validated after they did what they did. So supporters, including Eric's wife and daughter, attended, okay? Said that the courtroom even saw actor Cooper Koch and played Eric on the Netflix Monsters. Y'all gotta watch that too. Says that the brothers have been behind bars for unaliving their parents as teenagers, though they claim they only did so to end years of abuse. They were abused, y'all. They really were abused. So I understand their story, and my heart went out to them, to be honest. And I know that's weird to say, being that they did what they did. And y'all know when y'all hear the Menendez brothers, people are like, oh my God, they're scary guys. But it, you know, mentally, I feel like something snapped in them in order to do what they did, okay? Because not a normal person would just do some shit like that without something happening with them. And that's with a lot of serial unalivers. Something in their childhood or something happened with them to make them snap. Seriously, go look into stuff like that. You got, I look into stuff like that. I love stuff like this. I love crime story. I love stuff like that. I told y'all, if I could be a detective, and I don't want to go back to school though. I feel like I've done enough school. But if I could have been a detective in my other life, that would probably be something that I would definitely love to do, because I love stuff like that. Like, I really do. Now, getting to the crime scene and seeing a lot of blood and stuff like that, yeah, I don't know. But solving an actual crime, I think I could do it, because I feel like I'm a little smart like that. I like details. I like stuff like that. I like researching, because I do that with my job anyway. I have to research and be, you know, all in it. But yeah, shout out to the Menendez brothers. If they get out, child, I mean, hell, they've been in there long enough. I feel like they've served their time. You know, I feel like they've served their time. They've done a lot of rehabilitating in prison, and they're involved in different things in order to help people. So do I see them being a danger to society if they get out? I do not. Okay. And I feel like I said, from what happened to them, I think they deserve a chance at a second time, or a second chance at life. Snatch by Diego, thanks for being here. Let's see. Snatch by Diego says that I never understood how we claim to protect children, but when they are forced to do such horrible acts like this, we punish them. Yeah, for survival skill. I agree with that. I agree with that. Let me go back, because I want to look at some comments. Let me see what y'all are saying about that. Said I remember the night stalker Richard Rim. Okay. Says, come on, everyone. Yes, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Okay. It said that those guys look manipulative. Just my opinion. Said I don't believe the whole story has been told. Said it was said that let me put you up here. It was said that they demised their parents for the money, and then abuse came when they were sentenced. But you got to watch, because I watched at least 2 documentaries on this, because I really wanted to know what was really going on in this situation. And they were abused by their father. The Menendez brothers were questioned under oath, and if they had been sexually harmed. Both brothers denied multiple times. They need to stay in jail. Okay. Listen, you guys can freely speak how y'all feel over here. Nobody's going to be called out or treated any type of way. I'm just talking about things that I've looked at in terms of this case. I feel like they should get out. I'm just saying. I do. Do I feel like they're a danger? They're going to go out here and unalive somebody else? I don't feel like they would. I feel like they were in a situation where something happened to them, and I feel like their anger was towards the person who did what they did to them. Do I think they're going to get out and just be on a unaliving spree? I do not. I don't see them being a danger to society. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If they get out, they get out. If they don't, then maybe they just need to stay there. Says that they double backed on their mother. They were not children. Well, they were teens. Okay, let's say they were teens. But said that if I'm mistaken, they wanted that insurance money. They won't get money anyway, because they would, you know, I don't know. The parents drove them loony. Oh my God, it's terrible. Yeah. All right, but yeah, y'all go watch the documentary. All right, because we can all agree to disagree. All right. I don't disagree with anyone, but hey, said that Caramel, you can definitely do it, because that's what like about your channel. I said I'm an investigator, and I love. Are you? Oh my God, not an investigator. Oh my God, you my new best friend. Let's put you up here. This is my new best friend, y'all. Patricia Thompson said that she is an investigator. See, I could totally do that, because that is like right up my alley, y'all. Because I like digging and finding stuff. Like, I've always been that way. I've always been like crime investigative shows. I love shit like that. So, oh my God, Patricia Thompson. Yeah, girl, we got to talk. Okay. CamelRail75gmail.com. Hit me, girl. Okay. Hit me up. Because, girl, if I could be an investigator, I would love that. All right. So let's move on. Says don't be pushing to the side. What? What were y'all talking about? Diego is already acting up. Okay. Diego, behave. All right. Behave. All right. So let's move on. Y'all can put in the chat what y'all think. Ain't nobody gonna get fussed out or nothing like that. Okay. Because we all have our own differences of opinion. And right here on my show, I don't mind. Speak how you feel. Ain't nobody gonna jump down your throat because you think differently than what we say or think. Okay. Not over here. Speak freely on how you feel. I don't mind. All right, I don't mind. All right. Let's get into some Black excellence because I love that as well. Okay. I love to see our Black people coming up and doing well in their lives and making a difference and helping people and making their mark in this world. And this person is no different. You guys see her on my screen. I love her. And I did not like her in the movie where she was being mean to Lauryn Hill. Okay. I didn't like her when she was the mother of Lauryn Hill. Okay. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I actually wouldn't let her go and sing and whatnot. Now I was mad about that shit. But she is a great actor. I keep telling y'all, actresses and actors who play roles that make you pissed off about them, and every time you see them, you be like, "Damn, I ain't like her." So that means they're a great actor or actress. Okay, Lawrence Fishburne will forever be known as Ike Turner. I don't care what nobody say. He's played many roles, but when you see him, you think about Ike Turner, which lets me know he's a great actor because he was able to orchestrate that role in such a way where you be like, "Damn." I said the same thing about what's his name, Danny Glover, honey. Mr. He will forever be Mr. I don't give a damn what else he play in it, baby. If he get an Oscar or whatever from an Emmy, Oscar, I don't give a damn. He will forever be Mr. from Color Purple. Okay, yeah. But let's get into honey Black excellence, Miss Actress Sheryl Lee Ralph. I like her too. She is just so. Oh my God. So she is to receive her Hollywood star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you guys, on the 16th. Okay. What's it? On Wednesday of this week, honey, she will be getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's huge, right? That lets you know that you've really accomplished something. So shout out to Sheryl Lee Ralph. So that Sheryl Lee Ralph, honey, will receive the 2,808th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Wednesday, April 16th of 2025 at 11:30 a.m., honey, at 6623 Hollywood Boulevard. Okay, girl. She's honored for her work in television. The ceremony will be immersed by Nichelle Turner with guest speakers Quinta Brunson and Loretta Devine. Yes, I like Loretta Devine. Says that the event will stream live at walkoffame.com for those of you that want to watch it. All right. So Ralph's celebrated career spans over 4 decades in TV, film, and theater. All right. So congratulations to her for that because she is doing the damn thing. All right. Yes, honey. Yes. Y'all putting it in there. I see y'all putting in there who y'all like. Say Ice Cube will always be Craig. He will forever be Craig. Yes, Jamie Foxx will always be Ray. He absolutely will. Samuel L. Jackson and Django. Yes, honey. Y'all put it in there. She is, and she looks great, don't she? They say she's aging backwards. Yeah, she is aging backwards, honey. She got that Benjamin Button skin. Yes, girl. All right. Y'all know black don't really crack like that. Now, some of us be looking rough because you don't take care of yourself. But, you know, for the majority of us, you know, if you take care of yourself like you're supposed to, baby, you age gracefully. All right. We age black skin, honey, black skin. Let me tell you something about black skin. We don't age like bananas out here like some people. Okay. Some people out here be aging like bananas. You be like, damn. I told you I saw some of my classmates that went to school with me. Baby, they look like they've been here before. I was like, what the fuck happened here? Like we went to school together. How the fuck I look this? How I'm looking this good? Let me go ahead and big myself up a little. How I'm looking this good, and you over here looking like you was doing a hard time. Like why, girl? Take care of yourself out here. Damn, were you on drugs from the time you got your diploma up until now? Like were you doing meth from the time they handed you your diploma until now? Like what the fuck? Why are you looking this damn rough? Why you got all this damn gray hair and your skin looking like you've been laying in the sun all damn summer? Like, what the hell is going on with you? Take care of yourself. Take care of your body, and your body will take care of you. But Sheryl Lee Ralph, baby, you look good with a T on the end, child. That's G-O-O-D-T, bitch. T-A-A. G-O-O-D-T. Good. Okay? That means you look, giving a look out here, sis. All right? I love her now, baby. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Black excellence. All right, let's move on. All right, now somebody that was caught at a Diddy party and they supposed to be saved out here is getting called out. Now, if you saved, you should not have been at no damn Diddy parties. But let's get into it because we're hearing a lot of saved people that's popping up at these damn Diddy parties, and it's starting to come out now that Diddy's case is about to be underway. What are we in? This is April. April. Now we're gonna be May. You know, May is when his trial is supposed to be starting. Okay, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, honey. When all the Mexicans gonna be out here with margaritas and tacos and shit like that. I'm gonna be having me one too, child. Because on Cinco de Mayo, I'm Mexican too. I don't care what nobody damn say. Kiki. All right, burritos, tacos, margaritas, bitch. Yes, we will. Okay. But anyway, gospel artist Lecrae, honey, defends attending Diddy parties, and he denies his involvement in alleged SEX scandals. He said, I ain't never been to a freak off. Maybe you didn't know you was at a freak off. Because usually when they put something in your drink, you really don't know what the fuck is going on when you're at the party. So maybe you didn't know. I mean, because you giving that look like what Diddy like. Them eyes, I can see Diddy staring into your eyes. Okay. Mm-hmm. You won't want to be over there singing gospel. He said, yeah, no, not at this party. We don't sing that at this party. Okay. Yeah, we don't sing that over here at this party. You don't sing never would have made it at this party. Okay. Because you probably not gonna make it after that drink set in. After, because they put little special things in your drink. They be on that Bill Cosby bullshit at them Diddy parties, okay, on the sprinkle. They be like, what you drinking? Oh, okay. You want that on the rocks? Okay, they do this right here. And then you get to socialize and walk around in the Diddy party, child, and get to sipping and sipping and sipping. Next thing you know, you're like this, like, what's going on with me? Oh my God, what was in my drink? Oh my God, you start feeling it. And then they lead you to one of them rooms back there in the bike. That's in the back. And next thing you know, you wake up in no drawers on and you've been violated and your ass hurt. That's what a lot of people said. They went to the Diddy party, woke up, child, and they couldn't find their drawers. Okay. They had stretch marks around their mouth area and their ass hurt. That's what a few people said. So maybe you didn't know you were at a freak off. Most people don't know after they finish that drink. But let's get into it, because I'm not sure why you would be there anyway if you are of the Lord, because it does say, honey, be of the world but not in the world. Be in the world but not of the world. Okay, that's what I've always heard in church, because I'm a church girl too. All right, be in the world but not of the world. So you shouldn't be at any type of Diddy party, because we know what happened at Diddy parties. Girls kissing girls, men doing crazy shit, stuff going on in freak out in back rooms and stuff like that. You drinking, you partying, secular music is being played. So I'm not sure why you would want to be at a Diddy party if you are of the Lord and in the church and supposed to be ministering to people. I'm not sure why, but let's read into it. Okay. Shout out to the Jasmine brand, honey. Now, Lecrae is setting the record straight, honey, about his presence at Sean Diddy Combs' infamous parties, clarifying that while he did attend, child, said that he was never involved in any of the alleged scandalous activities now tied to embattled music mogul. Okay. Yeah, right. Now, it says that on an episode of the podcast, The Deep End, where you would go to a podcast called The Deep End after we talk about the Diddy party. Says that the Grammy-winning rapper addressed growing criticism from Christian circles, many of whom slammed him for associating with controversial figures like Russell Brand and Diddy. Now, we know about Russell Brand because he's already in his own trouble now that we just saw here, a week ago, where he's been charged for some sexual crime as well. Now, it says that as for Diddy's parties, Lecrae insisted that they were nothing like the freak-offs currently under investigation. Oh, okay. Says that I'm the one who told you that I was there. Okay. Says that, but it wasn't a freak off. I ain't never been to a freak off, he declared. All right. He says that Diddy faces a criminal trial on May 5th with charges including SEX trafficking, prostitution with a P, and racketeering, child. Even though you told us you were there, I appreciate you saying that you were there. I'm pretty sure somebody else can co-sign that they saw you, and I'm pretty sure it would be shocking to see you there as well. Like, I would be shocked if I was at a Diddy party to see Kirk Franklin, okay? I would be, he already be wearing tight pants, excuse me, and gyrating and whatnot. That's what you do at Diddy parties. He would fit right in. But I would be surprised if I'm standing around at a Diddy party, with my drink, you're all into it, boom, 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 and Kirk Franklin walked past me. I'll be like, what he doing here? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of people are looking when they see you on the stage in the hallelujah mode, and then you kind of sashay by somebody, at a Diddy party. Okay, because you kind of give that look a little bit. You got pretty eyes too. I just want to say, but Diddy like to look at people's eyes. Ask Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard said Diddy called him up over there and supposed to be his acting coach. He wanted him to be his acting coach, and all he did was sit there and stare into his pretty brown eyes. That's what he said. Diddy said, pretty brown eyes, I see you. That's what he was saying to Terrence Howard. It's a disguise the way you treat me. I can see him doing it. Why can I see him doing it? Diddy was singing Pretty Brown Eyes to Terrence Howard, and he was like, hold up, bitch. I ain't come here for that. Nah, don't get it twisted, okay? Y'all know Terrence Howard got them pretty eyes. So Diddy done called his ass over. Yeah, come over here and be my acting coach. He said Diddy was sitting back and staring at him like this. and bust out singing Pretty Brown Eyes. I was like, about mint condition. Y'all know mint condition, child. I said, I know you lying. I know you lying in here. Tariff said I had to get the fuck out of there, okay? Because his I think it's when somebody on Diddy's team was like, look, Diddy want to fuck you, all right? So you might want to gather your shit and get your little briefcase that you came over here, get ready to teach him how to act. Get your little briefcase and get the fuck out of there, because, bro, Diddy get to sing Pretty Brown Eyes, okay? Yeah. Ain't that what they said? All right, you got to tell Diddy no. That's what they said. Mm-hmm. It's a disguise the way you treat me. That's what Diddy said, honey. It's a disguise how you treat me. All right. Keep holding on, honey, to your thoughts of perfection. All right. That's my shit too. That's my song. Diddy said you breaking my heart because you won't give me that ass. That's what he said. Yeah, that's the remix of the song, in case y'all didn't hear. Okay. Yeah, Diddy said you breaking my heart. You breaking my heart. You breaking my heart. I want to break something else. That's what Diddy was trying to say. I want to break something else, but you won't let me. All right. Yeah. Cat Williams said you got to tell Diddy no. Diddy, because he always start you out. Let me take you shopping. No, nigga. All right. I got plenty of shirts and pants down there at the closet. I don't need nothing else. I'm good. You know they got a good old sale down there at Burlington. That be Diddy. You know they got a sale. Did you know they had a sale down there at Burlington? Let me take you shopping. Okay, I can get you a bunch of shit. But you got to give me that ass. Diddy, Diddy ain't gonna be able to do it. Okay. He tried Travis Scott too. I saw a video where he was trying Travis Scott, talking about he want to take him shopping. Travis was like, hell no. Okay, yeah, nah. And he broke out running because he already knew what it was. All right. He was like, gang, and I gotta go. All right. Yeah, peace out. Nigga sprinted out like Piron. He did a Piron. Y'all know black people, when we say Piron, that means you went real fast. All right. That means you go fast. For those of you watching my channel, if you don't know what Piron is, if a black person say, bitch, I was out of there like Piron, that means you was out of that bitch. Okay. You was like gone. All right. You boom, like dust behind you. All right. And that's how you should have been up out of there, Lecrae. So maybe you need to go in the bathroom and maybe bend over and make sure you won't in a freak off, because maybe you didn't know. Okay, because that's the only way you're gonna know. Go in the bathroom and stand in front of the mirror and bend over and look back at it. Look back at it. Am I going too far, you too? Go in the bathroom, lock the door though, because that's gonna be weird if somebody walk in and see you in there bent over looking in the mirror like that with your cheeks spread open. But go in there, because maybe you didn't know you was at a freak off. I'm trying to help you. If you woke up and you didn't feel the same at a Diddy party, go in the bathroom, lock the door, because I don't want nobody, child. I don't want to walk in no shit like that. All right. But go in there and lock the door and bend down and look back at it in the mirror. And yeah, if it's giving blowhole, you probably was in the Diddy party. That's all I'm saying. All right, but let's get on. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go check up on your cornhole, buddy. That's all I'm saying. That's the only way you're gonna know if you was in the Diddy party, because you know Diddy get in and out. That's how Diddy be. They say Diddy get in and out. He get in and out, baby. He don't be in there long. All right. He rubbed them hot oils upon you. All right, and then he get on out of there. That's what they say, because he put some of them oils too. That's what they said. Because why else would he have all them bottles of oil? Now to be in there praying. Y'all thought Diddy was in there praying at the freak offs when they saw that oil, that baby oil. Mm-hmm. He was laying hands upon you, but he wasn't praying for you. That's all I do know. All right. That's for my church folk out there. Okay. Church of God in Christ. He was laying hands upon you like this. See, in church, they lay hands on you like this, and their hands be still. But when you're at the Diddy party, when they lay hands on you, their hands is like this. Y'all see the difference? See, there's a difference. When you're at the Diddy party, it's like this. When you're in church, it's like that. Y'all got that? Church, Diddy party. Church, Diddy party. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's get into it, y'all. See, they lay a sheet over you in church when you fall out under the spirit, but at the Diddy party, they pull the sheet off. I'm trying to help somebody. All right. Touch your neighbor and say sheet off. Ain't that what they say? Touch your neighbor and say Diddy party. Okay. Ain't that what they tell you in church? I mean, I do not want to talk to these people in church. Like, just preach. Stop telling me to say stuff, Pastor, okay? Because Pastor always be wanting you to do a lot of work. It's a lot of work when you go to real church, but at Bedside Baptist, they don't be telling you to talk to people in church. I don't even talk to strangers, okay? I don't talk to strangers. But when you go to real church, they be telling you, lean over on your neighbor, bump your neighbor, and tell your neighbor, okay, Diddy party. I'm like, I'm not about to say that to them. I'm not doing that. But anyway, let's get into the next topic while we're talking about Diddy, honey, because he is, yes, honey, sheet off, okay? They take the sheet off at the Diddy party, all right? But they put the sheet on in church. Because when you fall out on the floor, I don't know if y'all are Church of God in Christ, child. When you fall out down there, because y'all know these new age women, honey, be wearing them little short dresses or whatever. When they fall down, child, up there shouting around and whatnot, girl, they got to put a sheet over them because, baby, all your drawers and stuff be out. And if you got a hole in your drawers, baby, I hope the Lord don't be using you too long down there. You're going to get on up and pull your dress down, child, because, baby, that's not a good look in church. That's all I do know. All right, so if you're going to be shouting and carrying on, make sure you wear some good drawers if they ain't got no good sheets back there to throw over you. All right, if you fall down and fall out in church. Because, baby, I laugh at people in church. I'm telling you, the Lord be using me, but sometimes the devil be in me too in church. I'm just let you know, I will laugh if you get in church on some mess. Because people be trying to show out and be seen in church. I'm be the one to laugh. I'm like this. I'm gonna have my Martin Luther King fan up to my face, or the Mahalia Jackson fan. I'm gonna put it up like this. And if you see my shoulders go like that, bitch, I'm laughing. Okay. Yes, I will. I shall laugh. Let me say that my church lingo. I shall laugh at you. If you get up there jumping around and mess around and fall in church on that mess, playing with the Lord, you're gonna see my fan go like this, and my head gonna go down, and my shoulders gonna be like this. I'm a bank head bounce, and I'm gonna laugh at your ass because you're in there playing with the Lord. Okay? Just know it. If you come to church with me, I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. I sure will. I'm gonna laugh at your ass and get up there on some mess. Playing with the Lord. Because when saw preachers falling out the pulpit, get up there, trip down and fall, be trying to fake shout and mess, holding up the service, and they fall, that be the Lord pushing you down. Because the Lord said, I'm not using you right now. Sit down. That be the Lord pushing your ass down because you up there playing with him. That go for anybody to be playing in church. Stop fake shouting and stuff, because we be ready to go home anyway. And this is why I stopped going to real church for right now. I'm on a sabbatical from real church, because y'all be playing the church too much and people have stuff to do. And y'all be holding up the service. So when I go to my church on Bedside Baptist, I can leave whenever I get ready. Okay. Pastor gonna preach for about 2 minutes. And I'm gonna go up there and put my dollar on the damn dresser. And I'm gonna sit my ass down. And then we out of church. What is church like? 20 minutes, girl. When you go to real church, that's like 2 hours. Like, where you want to go? 20 minutes, 2 hours? You do the math. I don't know. But anyway, girl. So Diddy's freak off videos, you guys, may be shown at the SEX trafficking trial. Oh, girl, can I be at the trial? I want to see who's in these videos. Lord, I want to be there. Lord, I want to be a fly on the wall at this trial, Lord. I might need to take some time off so I can fly out there and be at this trial and see who is on these videos and what's going on at these freak offs. Now I want to know. Now I want to know what be going on at these freak offs, because now I'm nosy. Okay. Diddy, who you have been over in there? I want to see these videos. Now, after, okay, so they're going to be shown, it's going to be shown at these SEX trafficking trial, y'all. And after push from his legal team, all right? So his legal team was like, no, we don't want this shown at the trial. But the powers that be, honey, said, roll that beautiful bean footage, baby. Roll it. We want don't be trying to hide that shit down. We want to see who leg was behind the headboard, who jumped down from the ceiling fan, baby. I want to see who jumped off the dresser on Diddy. I want to see all that. Hell yeah. Because I'm going to be a freak until the day. Baby, some Adina Howard's at the damn freak offs over there. I don't know who it was. Because it's always going to be the one you didn't think. Because I think they said Oprah was there too. Did she put her hair back in a ponytail and jump off a few dresses too? I want to see it. Because I always see Oprah and sitting at her show, just being Oprah, or getting cheese off the floor and putting it back in the pot. That's Oprah. We talked about it right here on my show. Oprah Child was in there grading her cheese. That shit fell on the floor. She be like, hold up. But anyway, girl, so went right back to grading that shit. I was like, ugh, dog and everything walked across the floor. So I want to know, is Oprah jumping off dresses? Was Gail up over there with her leg hiked up? Like, what was going on? I want to see these tapes. So please show them at the trial, because I'm going to be watching from beginning to end. So yes, honey, don't blur out nothing either. I want to hear the sounds. I want to see the visuals. Yeah. I want to see all that shit. I want to see all that shit. I want to see the Becky's, honey. Yeah, Diddy. I want to see all that. Don't blur out nothing. I want to see it all. I want to see it all. All right, so let's get into what it's saying, girl. So Diddy upcoming federal SEX trafficking trial may feature some controversial video evidence, y'all, from his alleged freak offs, Lord. Whew, Jesus. Now it says that according to reports that Diddy's legal team submitted a questionnaire to a pool of potential jurors this past Friday, child. And they freaks because they want to see it. April the 11th. What's the day, girl? Okay, which included a question about whether they will be willing to view sexually explicit content or videos depicting the assault, y'all, the physical assaults. Now, I don't want to see that part. All right, I don't want to see that part. It says that his lawyers are reportedly asked the jurors about their views on non-monogamous sexual relationships, child. Oh, it's getting deep. I want to be a juror now. Let me how I get on the jury board. Let me call down there to the office down there and see can I get on there. Said that Diddy's team reportedly believes the footage will ultimately help his case, claiming it shows consensual activity between adults in long-term relationships and asserting that the videos will exonerate him, child. Now, it said the prosecutors, however, in my Kimmy voice, argue that the videos reveal that Combs coerced child and drugged and trafficked child women into non-consensual acts or sexual acts, child, sometimes involved hired prostitutes, girl. Now, they said that they reportedly submitted a letter to the judge following the jury questionnaire, arguing that it is overly lengthy and may confuse jurors. How? So it's gonna be a long sex tape, and they got to sit there and listen to 1,000 oh yes, and figure out if it was consensual or not. Oh, okay. Says it the trial is scheduled for May the 5th, as I told you guys, in Manhattan, and centers on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals for prostitution. Now, it says that Combs has pleaded not guilty and is currently being held at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. Now, as the trial approaches, the admissibility, and interpretation of the freak off videos are expected to play a pivotal role in the proceeding. So it gives that whenever they did the questionnaire for the jurors, that they were like, hell yeah, we want to see that shit. What? Yes, we would. So they had to do a questionnaire to see if the jurors would be okay and be comfortable with watching these damn videos of these freak offs. And they were like, fuck yeah, we want to watch it. Why would you ask me to? Absolutely. Check. We want to see it all. Hell yeah. And turn that shit up. All right. And can we have popcorn in here? That's what I would ask. Can we have a little popcorn while we watching this? Because this is going to help me with my decision making. You know, a little crunch here and a little right in here. A little right a little bit and crunch here. Right? Crunch, back and forth. Yeah. And a little drink. Margarita is fine too, since it's Cinco de Mayo shit. It's only fitting proper. All right. But yeah, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen with this situation with Diddy. I'm gonna be watching because I want to know every intricate detail. Y'all know this type of shit I love. All right, cases and stuff like that. I'm gonna own it. I'm on it. I am on it, doggone it. All right, let's move on, child. Ooh, girl. Lecrae, if you in any of them videos, I'm gonna know something. Gospel artist Lecrae, who we just finished talking about with the braids going back with the pretty eyes. If you in any of them videos, I'm gonna know something because you was real. I saw another video with him. He was real adamant about he won't in no freak offs. So I'm gonna know something if I see you in any of these damn videos, sir. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Moving on, child. Moving on. Let me find out you back there spooning with Diddy in one of them videos. I'm gonna know something. You real loud about it. I won't over there. Y'all getting it wrong. Now I was there, but I wasn't back there in the back room. Okay. That's what they all say to them videos get to playing. All right. That's why TD Jake's out here now. TD Snakes out here now trying to keep people from talking about that shit. And yeah, don't talk about it. I'm getting ready for a lawsuit. That's him. He want to sue everybody now. When his ass was at the Diddy party. What you doing there? He done stepped down from being the pastor, but you got time to be at the Diddy party. Sound a little suspicious, sound a little sus, but okay. Yeah, I'm tired of all these pastors now. These pastors out here taking all y'all money and they asked to be over at the Diddy parties, dropping it low. Because y'all saw TD Jakes over there doing this shit here with his stomach out in the bottom, had on that little short shirt. He over there. I was like, what is this? It's not the bishop, child. Had his arms up like this here, all his stomach out in the bottom, sticking out in the bottom. You can see his stomach from up there with them little orange shorts. Y'all remember he was like this. I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? TD Jakes, what are we doing? Yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I was invited to a birthday party for Diddy, and I wasn't at any of the freak-offs. And anybody that talks about that, I'm gonna sue them. Any content creators and bloggers that are out there saying and insinuating that I was doing something at a Diddy party. Well, if you were there 9 times out of 10, okay, you shouldn't have had your ass up over there. It's called fair use, nigga. That's what it's called. We can talk about it all we want. Send a lawsuit. Let me show you what happens with a lawsuit. Okay. Yeah. This is what we do with lawsuits over here. Okay. When you hear this sound right here. Oh, I love that sound. That's what happens with lawsuits over here. Okay. That's called shred, bitch. Shred. Okay. Fair use. That's all I'm saying. Fair use. Fair use. Shout out to the shade room. All right. Send that shit on over here. All right. Pastor, take that, Jakes. All right. This is what I feel about you and your lawsuit. Let me play this with you right quick before we move on. This is what I think about you and that egregious fake ass lawsuit. Nigga couldn't wait to get out of the hospital. Talking about he had a whole stroke. Now I'm not saying he didn't have a stroke, but that was a quick stroke. I never seen nobody have a quick stroke and get out of ICU like the next day. I never seen no shit like that. Now miracles do happen. All right. I've seen miracles happen many, many times in the Church of God in Christ. All right, when they lay hands upon you and put that good old hot oil up on you, girl, yes, miracles happen. But in this situation right here, one moment you were sitting up there, honey, when they would get ready to take up the offering. The next minute you would bang head bouncing and your head dropped down like that. And they had to call 911 to come and get your ass up out of there and took you to ICU. And you stayed up in there one day and the next day you came out and you went straight to your lawyer's office and you was getting ready to sue. In that order. And this is how I feel about it.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yes. Moving on. That's what I feel about that shit. Sue me, sue me, sue me. Yes, honey, do it. You're going to hear that sound of that shredder. Moving on. Yes, God. Get ready, get ready, get ready for that shredder. Get ready for the shredder. Get ready for the sound of that shredder. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready for that shredder. Because I'm going to shred that shit down to confetti on your ass. Greedy shit. Shouldn't have had your ass up over there. I'm going to talk about it every chance I get now. All right, let's move on. Oh, geez. All right, Spice. Let's get into Spice. Let's get serious. Okay. So Spice, y'all. Spice stepped in and threw a little shade. Y'all know she and Bambi, they are fighting, child. All right. They fighting, and I think it's so stupid. But do I think it's more publicity driven? Yeah, I do. All right. So they are so Spice, honey, threw a little shade while discussing her Love and Hip Hop Atlanta co-star Bambi. Now, she already mentioned Bambi when she had a performance on stage. She threw a little shade over there. And I'm just like, okay, so they both did a diss song. Let me catch you guys up. They both did a diss song, all right? I said, Rel's with the shits today. I'm here for it. Oh, yeah. We always with the shits now. But so both of them did a diss song. Bambi did one about Scrappy called 11, saying he had 11 baby mamas, $11 and 11 this and that. So she also threw Spice's name up in there as well. Spice came back with a diss track as well against Bambi. Now, I always said I felt like Spice's song was a little bit more than Bambi's. Bambi was a little, it was all right. It was lackluster, but I feel like, Spice came in and ate her down on her, response. So now Spice is doing an interview and they're asking her, now you mentioned something about Bambi and you referenced her in terms of a horse, but you felt away whenever Erica Mena mentioned you and compared you to a monkey. So they were asking, how is it different? Being that Erica Mena got fired from the show for calling you a monkey or referencing you as a monkey, which we all know is a very racial term. But y'all know Black people can be racist towards each other, right? We talked about this the other day. Just because you black doesn't mean that if you say something crazy about another black person that can't be seen as racist. Yes, it can be. So people are asking her in this interview here, how is it different than what Erica Mena said about you in terms of calling you a monkey versus you calling Bambi a horse? Let's get into it though. Y'all can say what y'all think. All right.
That's right. You said Bambi had 11 evictions. That is crazy. Is that true?
Yeah, there's a recorded history of her on social media crying about getting evicted. You want me to pull my receipts? Because I have all the receipts,
girl.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We love a receipt. We love a receipt now, Bambi.
Evicted, so that's no secret.
Let me tell you something. You don't look like you getting evicted no time. So look at all that house behind you. You got all that house. That's a lot of house.
Yeah, a lot of house. Baby.
Is that a horse behind the piano?
The Bambi? What you said?
Is that
I can hear you. What did you say?
We said, is that a horse behind the piano?
Oh, I thought you said something about Bambi. Yes, it's a
Spice. Oh
So,
my God.
Spice, can you play that piano? Or you just like black folks got it there because it looked good?
Because it looked good.
That's right. You said Bambi had 11 evictions. You went through a situation with Erica Mena a while back. We saw that play out where she was calling you an animal and a name. Now fans are saying, how could you say that about Bambi? Have you been getting backlash from that? And how do you feel about it?
I haven't been getting any backlash because I think people know that Bambi, because she's friends with Erica, she's like, making it seem like it was okay for her to call me the racial slur. And that is actually the reason why I went for the horse, to make her see what it feels like to be referred to an animal. So, we're both black women, so at the end of the day, I'm not going to get backlash for it. And she put up a blue hair on a monkey recently, comparing me to one. So it's all fun and games, then let's go there. If we're relating each other to animals, then, I'm not getting backlash for it, so.
Oh, okay. You went through a situation.
Girl. All right, so as you guys can see, Spice was doing her little interview, child. So TSR Live is where she did her interview, and it says that now we all know that Spice can throw a little shade, honey. All right, and sis definitely wasn't holding back on Bambi while stepping into TSR Live. It says that the Queen of Dance Hall, which they call her, also claimed that she hasn't received any backlash for dragging the Love and Hip Hop co-star, which we all know to be Bambi. All right. So you guys can also check out TSR Live. They do have some great interviews as well. I do watch some of their stuff. But what do you guys think? Do y'all think that it's pretty much the same in terms of what they were saying in terms of her shade towards Bambi, in terms of calling her maybe referencing her to a horse, and then Bambi turning around and putting a blue wig on a monkey? I just think that they're trading insults. And I already said it before. If you're arguing with somebody, the goal is to go for the jugular. I'm not trying to have nice shade. If I'm arguing with somebody, like I'm gonna go like below the depths of hell, and I'm gonna try to go a little bit below that if I can. That's just how it is. There are no nice words when you're fighting with somebody. You don't hold back when you're fighting with someone, because the goal is for you to sting them before they sting you. Is that how it works? That's how it always is with me. You say some slick shit about me. The goal is for me to find some shit about you that's like so egregious that you probably never want me to speak of, and I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna go way, way, way below there, and it's gonna sting your ass to the point where you're probably not gonna fuck with me no more. And that's the level of petty I like to be on. Okay. Oh, I love going to hell if I have to. Okay. Oh yes, honey. I will take them flames to come back and flame your ass. I will. I will walk through them flames to come back and flame your ass if you up and try me. And that's just, I feel like what happened with Bambi and Spice in this situation. Bambi said some shit. She did the diss track first, and then I feel like Spice reciprocated and lit her ass up. And I feel like now Bambi is feeling away and trying to play victim. And I feel like Spice is standing on her shit and what she had to say. So that's how I feel. They say that Spice still has more money than her whole case. Yeah, Spice is out here doing it. Spice be out here doing, she be doing live shows and shit. She making her money. She be on tour. So everybody know how that tour money hit. You better ask Chris Brown, baby. Chris Brown is making a killing on tour right now. He is making a killing on tours. Shout out to Chris Brown on that, okay? I love me some Chris Brown. He got some little Ike Turner in him, but the nigga is bad on stage, okay? Who can sing, dance, act like triple threat for your ass? He's a quadruple threat if you really think about it. So shout out to Chris Brown and shout out to Spice for out here doing the damn thing, all right? Hell, she came from Jamaica. left her kids over there, came over here, created a life, and did what she had to do. Was that some shade in there? Sound like it. All right, but moving on though. Shout out to Spice though, child. All right, so let's spin the block on this topic because y'all know we have to spin the block and catch you guys up a little bit on what's going on. This was kind of heartbreaking when I heard about it because, child, Whitney Houston said the children are our future, but honey, the children sometimes, child, do some things and they go a little too far and they don't want to take accountability. This young man here obviously was in the wrong. He was driving at a high rate of speed and he could not wait. Patience is your virtue, guys. Let me just say this. In this situation right here, this young man became impatient and he decided to try to pass some people on the highway. You guys know when you see the double lines, that means you cannot pass. That means your ass got to wait until you see that line that's like that there, okay? The choppy line. But if you want to be out here passing people with the double lines, then that's your life that you put at risk and other people as well. Because what if you can't get back in there in time? The person behind you, if they speed up and decide not to let you back in there, it's a whole catastrophe on the highway. Now, in this situation here, there was he was trying to pass on a double line and he caused an accident to where someone was unalive, which was called vehicular homicide. His trial was getting ready to come up. I want to say today or maybe tomorrow. I'm going to read it just to make sure I'm giving you guys the right information. But his trial was coming up. This young man, very talented. He was getting ready to be in the NFL, they're saying, and one moment changed his entire life. He did not want to take on the accountability, knowing that the homicide that he was facing was going to have him in jail. And maybe he was scared. Maybe the thought of being in prison for any amount of time scared the shit out of him. That would scare anybody. A young man, he's only 24, I think, years old. Yeah, 24 years old. He passed away. They found him in his car. They found him in his car with a pow wound to his dome because he did not want to face the consequences and go to jail. All right. Because he created a scene on the highway trying to pass on a double line and it caused an accident where someone passed away in said incident. All right. This is very sad. Let's go ahead and read into what was done here. Okay. Because I want to give you guys all the intricate details. This is an update. So authorities say the ex-LSU star Karine Lacy passed away from a self-inflicted pow wound. All right. You have to really be in a very dark space. You have to really be going through a deep, dark depression or something really going on with you. All right. Satan definitely was present during this moment because in order for you to take your own life, that you got to be in a very dark space. Okay. I feel like this young man was going through a sense of desperation when he did it as well. I feel like he thought that maybe not being here anymore would be better off than being where he was going to be. I mean, at the end of the day, do your time. Maybe you get out on good behavior. Maybe you still get a chance of, still getting to play in the NFL because that was his dream. I feel like he thought maybe he lost everything. He lost his freedom. He was going to lose his freedom and he was going to lose out on being in the NFL, something that he worked so hard for. Okay. Because y'all know they don't just pick any and everybody. You got to be really good. You got to be really good. I mean, shit, I'm trying to push my son to do it. If he make it, then he make it. If he make it, then he make it. But in this case right here, this young man, he was definitely being looked at in terms of being drafted. So let's get into it. More details have emerged about the death of former Louisiana State University standout Karine Lacy. The 24-year-old died of an apparent self-inflicted pow wound following a police chase in Texas. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said Sunday authorities responded to weapons disturbances Saturday night involving Lacy and a family member. Now, according to a release, Lacy fired a pow into the ground and left before the police arrived. All right. There's a lot going on here. Now, deputies later located Lacy's vehicle and attempted a traffic stop. Lacy then fled and a vehicle pursuit took place spanning several miles. It said that the suspect's vehicle crashed. Said that when officers tried to arrest him, they discovered he had suffered what appeared to be a self-inflicted pow wound. Now, EMS pronounced him unalived at the scene. Preliminary information indicates Lacy pow himself during the pursuit and prior to the vehicle crashing. It says that that's what the release is saying now. An autopsy will be conducted by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences. Now, in January, Lacy was charged with negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless driving after allegedly causing a December car crash that unalived a 78-year-old Herman Hall. All right. It says that police said that Lacy was driving a 2023 Dodge Charger recklessly, passing vehicles at a high rate of speed and entering a no passing zone, which is the double lines, which led to a head-on collision. Lacy posted about entering the 2025 NFL draft just 2 days after the fatal crash. Okay, so he had goals. He was still hoping, like, damn, I got this over my head. Like, I'm pretty sure he was excited about it. Let's continue. So he did not play in LSU's bowl win on December the 31st. All right. It says that we're saddened to learn of the tragic passing of former LSU football student athlete Karine Lacy. All right. So this is very sad. This is so sad. He was very young. This is heartbreaking. I feel like he didn't feel he had anything else left to live for, because his whole goal and aspirations were to be signed to the NFL. And it was all taken away in a moment because he decided to drive recklessly on the highway. So please educate your children. Maybe he was showing off. I don't know what the situation is, but he found himself in an unfortunate situation, which he then felt that he needed to take his life to avoid accountability. That's what it gives. Okay. So please educate your children, your teenagers, they're starting to drive, the importance of following the rules, following the laws. If it says double line, you can't. I don't care if a person in front of you is driving slow. You just got to wait. It's called patience. A lot of our younger people don't like to wait. They don't like to wait. They don't have patience. Everything got to be right now, like a microwave. Everything is microwavable when it comes to our younger kids, our youth. Him waiting in that moment could have saved his life. He could have been in the NFL. Like, everything would have been given to him and everything that he aspired to be had he waited. A lot of times when you don't wait, and that goes for anybody else, sometimes waiting, and I don't know who I'm speaking to, sometimes waiting can save your life. If you ever feel a nudge of something, you get ready to leave the house, and I said this before in another situation, because this actually happened to me. I was getting ready to leave the house one day, and it's like I could not find my keys to save my life. Never, ever do I ever lose my keys. But it's something that just kept me at the house. It was like one thing from the next. And I couldn't find my keys at one point. It was something else going on. I just could not seem to leave the house, and I was trying to go somewhere. Long story short, finding out there was a bad accident on the highway. I probably could have been in there. And I immediately stopped and said, God, thank you for like stalling me. Like, because I was literally trying to rush and get up out of the house. Like, God, thank you for stalling me. Because sometimes you can miss certain things by waiting or not going when you needed to. I feel like maybe it was God's way of keeping me at that, because the same direction that I was going was a bad accident that I saw later. I was like, thank you, God, for keeping me at the house. Because I literally probably would have been in this really bad accident that was on this damn highway. Like, thank you, God. And I wasn't so mad then that I was a little late going where I was trying to go, because I was like, given the circumstance and what happened, my God, I could have been involved. So a lot of times, patience. Yes, thank you for putting there. Carla Van Zandt says patience is a virtue. It is. So teach your young people, honey, and just anybody, learn how to wait. Sometimes there's a blessing in waiting. If you're trying to do something and it's not working out, wait. There's a reason why it's not working. You're trying to get this car, wait. If it's everything you're doing is not working, people saying, no, this isn't, maybe it's not the right time to do something. There's a reason for everything. All right. There's a reason for everything. Stop trying to force things. Sometimes it's not working. There's a reason why, because something better is for you, or you might be avoiding something that could, be detrimental to you in the end. So learn how to wait and accept the fact that you have to wait. Don't be mad about it, because there's a reason for it. Seriously, there's a reason for it. But let's move on. Had this young man waited, his life would be, he would be in the NFL, possibly living, doing whatever he wanted to do, aspiring to be whatever he needed to be. But it was like one thing after the next. After he crossing that double line caused him to have one trickle down effect after the next. Okay. Seriously, you unalived somebody. Now you're facing this court situation. Then you didn't know what else you were going to do, and you wound up taking your own life because you did not want to be held accountable. Okay. But let's move on. This is a sad situation. I hate to see that. I hate to see that with our young people, honey. Talk to your young people. Talk to your young people. Stay in their ear. Stay in their ears. That's all we can do, honey. You can talk to your kids and pray for them. That's all you can do. Because ultimately, in the end, they're going to do what they want to do. But if you teach them right and raise them right and pray, always keep them praying hands over them, honey, That's all you need, honey, because prayer, honey, will go places that you can't go when it comes to your kids, all right? Prayer will go places that you cannot go when it comes to your kids. Understand that. That's a real thing. I pray with mine every day before he walk out that door. I can't be with you at school, but prayer can be with you in them halls. And that's just what it is. Put your hands on them and pray that God will protect them and keep them, honey, until you see them again. And that no hurt, harm, or danger will be upon them. We say upon, because I like saying upon. Okay? That's a real thing. Not to get too religious on nobody, but that's just how it is. Y'all know, honey, I'm real serious about that. All right, so let's get on to the next topic. I see y'all putting the amens in there. Yes, God, you better and pray over yourself too. Pray over yourself, honey. No hurt, harm, or danger, honey. No hurt, harm, seen and unseen. All right, that's what I say, honey. That's what Grandma taught me, honey. Grandma taught me seen and unseen, because it's this thing that's supposed to happen to you that didn't happen, and you didn't even know. Okay. My grandma used to tell me, and I'm gonna move on. My grandmother used to tell me, if you saw all of the angels that were bruised up by protecting you from the unseen, it would blow your mind. Y'all get where I'm going with that? My grandmother used to always tell me that if you saw the amount of angels who were bruised up from all of the unseen things that were supposed to happen to you, it would blow your mind. And I thought about that. I was like, wow. When I think about all the places in my life that I've been that I probably shouldn't have been, that were dangerous, hanging with people that I shouldn't have hung out with. I told you guys about the accident that I was in as a child, and I didn't have one scratch on me when I really wasn't even supposed to be here. Like, when I think about that, when my grandmother told me that, she said, it's angels that were bruised up, protecting you from something that was really supposed to like take you out of here. It would literally blow your mind. And I was just like, wow, I had to really think about that. Like, wow, Grandma. But yeah, because y'all know my grandmother's a pastor, so she always go there. When me and my grandmother talk, we get real deep. And I'd be like, oh, wow. All right. But yes, honey, pray. Prayer is a real thing. All right. Prayer is a soul-sincere desire. It's pretty much a direct connection to God. It's you know, from your mouth to his ears. Like it's a real thing. If people don't believe in God, I don't know how you cannot believe in God. You got some atheists out there, and I'm not trying to change anybody's mind, but what I'm saying, what works for me and what I know, I've been in situations where that works. Prayer does work. So I don't know how people say, oh, I don't believe in God. God, I'm not trying to, you know, make nobody believe in God, but I'm just saying what works for me. It works. Prayer is a real thing. So pray, pray, pray. All right. Especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. We got Trump in office. That's one thing to pray for if you don't pray for anything else. We have planes that are dropping, helicopters dropping out of the sky just for no reason. They still don't know why. Pray. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You don't have to be on an airplane. If the plane is falling from the sky and you're on the ground, hello. Thank God that a plane did not come down on you or your house, because it can happen. I think about all that stuff. That's called unseen. You can be laying, you can be sitting in the living room watching television, and something can come crashing down on your house and take you out of here. It's called prayer. Prayer keeps those things from happening. Okay. So we are no exception to the rule. If it can happen to someone else and somewhere else, it can also happen to you. But when you have a great prayer life and you keep that direct connection with God, he will watch over you and those that are around you. Okay. You and yours, honey. Let's move on. I don't want to preach to nobody, child, because y'all know, honey, I'll turn into Reverend Caramel in a minute. All right. Let's continue. These teachers, honey, these teachers, I keep saying, child, these teachers, the teachers are not the same as like they used to be when I was in school. You didn't hear about a lot of stuff that's going on with these teachers now than when I was in school years ago. I won't tell how many years ago, but yeah, these teachers now be sleeping with the students and doing some very crazy things, giving the kids money to take their husband out. We saw that the other day where a teacher was trying to get one of her students to take out her husband. I was just like, what? I never heard of no shit like that when I was in school. Okay. But let's continue. An assistant principal is accused of forcing a boy to rub her feet and calling him sexy chocolate. Now that's inappropriate behavior, as we all know. Okay. Amen. I see y'all putting it in the chat, honey. Amen. All right. Let's get into it.
Also tonight, closer to home, an assistant principal is facing charges accused of forcing a student to massage her feet. And that's not all. Polk County deputies tell us it happened at Lake Marion Creek Middle School in Poinciana. She was arrested because a number of witnesses came forward. Fox 13's Evan Moon spent the day in Poinciana today. covering the story, has the very latest for us tonight on the case.
This assistant principal is accused of an inappropriate massage and making sexual comments to a 13-year-old boy, including about learning foreplay. The Polk County Sheriff calling this outrageous and evil behavior. A 13-year-old boy was just being a kid, throwing balled-up paper across a classroom at Lake Marion Middle School. His actions sent him to Assistant Principal Kiva Lark's office, but that's when the real trouble began.
She had a 13-year-old child that was at her school rub her feet. Did you hear what I said? That's right. This was a sexual encounter.
53-year-old Lark allegedly punishing the young boy by making him rub her bare feet in his lap, then teaching him how to massage them by rubbing his shoulders. She's also accused of making inappropriate comments, including to rub her feet like he loved her and that she was teaching him foreplay.
She didn't think he was massaging him the right way, so she massaged his arms and his shoulders, and then made the statement like, this will help teach you foreplay for when you have a girlfriend. That's how evil this conduct was. So she's in jail.
All of this reported to deputies by the principal after another counselor in the room sent it up the chain. And this wasn't the first time she made comments towards him.
She had made statements to him in the past to include calling him sexy chocolate. And that just added to our probable cause that she had a interest in him.
Sheriff Judd saying the boy's parents are disgusted.
We calmed the parents down and said, look, she's going to be held accountable for this outrageous conduct.
The Polk County School Board issuing a statement saying in part, this is abhorrent behavior for anyone who works among students, especially an administrator. This person no longer has any business being around children. But Sheriff Judd says parents should not worry.
It is a great school, and she's out.
Thank God.
It's a safe place to send your children.
Kiva Lark is in jail facing lewd conduct and offenses against a student. At the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Evan Moon, Fox 13 News.
Evan, thanks. Also,
so sad. You got to send, you know what? It's against the law not to send your kids to school. And when you send them to school, they run into people like this. You're a principal. That's who they're supposed to send their kids to when they won't do right. And then they get into the principal's office and you got them in there doing some mess like that. I mean, where's Joe Clark when you need him, child? Take the chains off the door and get Joe Clark in here right now. But Joe Clark would never. Joe Clark from Lean On Me would never be on this mess right here. I mean, my God, what is wrong with people? Obviously, something was going on in this woman's mind. You should never, ever be around kids again. And you should definitely register as a SEX offender if you get out, because that is highly inappropriate. And you messed up your money, okay? Principals make pretty good money. But let's get into it, child. Dr. Kiva Lark, an assistant principal at Lake Marion Creek Middle School now, in Florida, is facing serious allegations. Now, these charges were brought forth when the school's principal reported the incident to the sheriff's office on April the 4th. All right. Now, according to law enforcement, a 13-year-old male student was sent to Lark's office after tossing a piece of paper in class. Now, once in her office, Lark told him to rub her feet since he didn't have anything better to do with his hands. Okay. So that's a form of punishment to put on sexual. Oh, okay. So 53-year-old then allegedly took off her shoes and put her legs across the boy's lap. Inappropriate. You shouldn't be touching him, period. Now, while massaging her feet, Lark yelled at him for not rubbing her feet the way she liked. She then demonstrated how to massage his arm and shoulders properly. So a nearby coworker heard Lark tell the boy to rub her feet like he loved her. And another witnessed her saying that she wanted him to do this so that he would know how and what foreplay was like when he gets a girlfriend. So thank God somebody heard this, because it then would be her word against the 13-year-olds. All right. So this sounds like this may not have been the first time that she did it, because she was comfortable enough to do it, all right, within ear's reach of other employees, obviously. So following the moment, Lark admitted that the incident with the boy crossed the line, but that wasn't her only encounter with the victim. See, now I just say this ain't the first time. He told police that Lark had called him sexy chocolate in the hallway. So she was luring him in, a whole pedo at the school. See, that's why you got to watch. Talk to your kids and also tell them, don't keep secrets. If something's going on at the school, or if somebody do something to you, or somebody say something that's weird or inappropriate, tell me. Always encourage your kids to talk to you and tell you, so that things like this, because you have teachers that say lewd things to kids, and it's their way of trying to break them down to become comfortable with inappropriate situations. Hello? If anybody got kids in school, talk to them. Because the first thing they say, okay, this is a secret between me and you. No, you teach your kids there's no secret. If somebody says something to you and it feels like it's nasty or, egregious or uncomfortable, come and tell me. Come and tell me so that we can look into this. All right, so it says that Lark has now been charged with lewd and lascivious. I can't even say the word. Anyway, conduct and a lewd offense against a student by an authority figure, right? So that's a catch-22. You want the kids to respect you and your authority, but then you turn around and you act in this way. Why? They can't respect you in that way. Now they've lost all respect for you, as a matter of fact, when you put them in situations as such. You can't tell me respect me, I'm the principal, but then you telling me rub me like this. Yeah, no, absolutely not. All right. So the parents, it sounds like the parents, according to this news thing, the parents were ready to get at her and put paws upon her, but they were like, oh, hold up. We're going to go ahead and press them charges. Don't worry about it. Don't you be in jail too. We got this. Don't worry about it. We're going to have her ass locked up. And y'all go on to work, honey. Don't come over here and stomp her out like roaches, baby. We got this, okay? So shout out to the justice system and the police for doing what they need to do, in the school for getting her ass up out of there, so she cannot be doing this to other students, because she probably would have took it further and probably tried to have sex with him, because I don't put it past a person like that, because it sounded like she was grooming him into doing something else, and she probably did it to other students as well. So thank God that she's not there to be doing that anymore, all right, to any other student. So watch your kids, child, because these teachers now, I told y'all, they're hiring younger teachers, and some of these teachers aren't that much older, especially in high school. Some of them aren't that much older than your student or than your child. Some are very young. I was surprised at my son's teacher last year, how young she was. I was like, damn, girl, you kind of young, because I looked at her, I was like, damn, you look like you could be a student. When I saw her, I was like, she looked like she could be a student. She was very young. So a lot of these teachers are being hired, but they're very young. So yeah, check in with your kids, honey. I'm always popping up at the school, honey. I come up there anytime. I sure will. Anytime. They know my ass pop up there. I'm coming there for business. I ain't coming there to play. Yes, God. I'm always at the school. Always. Always. The principal know me by first name. That's just how much I be there. I promise you. I got the principal's cell phone number. That's just how much I be at the school. He said, call me right here if you have a problem. I sure the hell will. I got your desk number and I got your cell phone number. Okay. Sure do. All right. So grave expectations, guys. Imagine going to a funeral and then going to the burial site, and get to the burial site and then get ready to have, the final, what they do, committal to the ground. And this happens. Let's get into this. Baby, when I saw this, I was like, oh my God. And I've been to a few funerals, but never, ever have I ever seen this. All right. So video captures pallbearers, honey, plunge into a burial hole during a funeral in Philadelphia. Let's get into this, child, because Lord have mercy.
We're going to begin here with a funeral burial gone terribly wrong. A grieving family is speaking out today after pallbearers fell into the grave while carrying the casket of their loved one in North Philadelphia.
The platform above the burial site collapsed right from under their feet. Action News reporter Chad Pradelli joins us now live from North Philadelphia with further details. Chad.
Yeah, this scary incident happened Friday here at Green Mountain Cemetery. The family wants to know why it happened, whether it could have been prevented, and they also want an apology, and it was all captured on video.
Short steps.
The pallbearers carried Benjamin Aviles to his final resting spot. As they began to lay down the casket, the platform above the burial site collapses, sending the men plunging into the burial hole.
It was just a horrible incident that happened in a bad moment.
Aviles' stepdaughter, Maribel Rodriguez, says the men who fell into the hole all suffered injuries, mostly to their legs, hands, and back. Aviles' son suffered the worst of it.
The casket laid on top of him and he was out like a light. His face was in the mud.
She and her family blame Green Mount Cemetery and the Rodriguez Funeral Home for what she calls subpar conditions for a burial. Maribel Rodriguez says no relation to the funeral home.
The whole thing was trembling. It was like wobbly. It was unstable. It was all wet and soaked.
Both the funeral home and cemetery had no comment to Action News. Today, some boards and broken wood can be seen at the burial plot, but Aviles is finally laid to rest.
I think that they should apologize. I think that there should be some reimbursement involved, being that the ceremony was interrupted. Nothing was done properly.
Yeah.
And the family tells me none of the injuries is considered serious and all are expected to be okay. Live in North Philadelphia, Chad Perdelli, Channel 6, Action News.
What a terrible thing to happen as they're mourning. Chad, thank you.
Maybe y'all should call Willie Watkins up there. I ain't never heard no shit like that happening with Willie Watkins. And Willie Watkins get you on in there. And I ain't never heard none of that happening. No damn graves collapsing and mess like that, child. Ooh, Lord. So that's sad. That's scary, y'all. Ain't it? Child, trying to help the body get... Like, damn, we ain't ready to lower the body yet. Everybody going down there too? My God. That gives a whole meaning of taking everything from the stash to the keys. You taking me too? I ain't want to go. My Lord, that would scare me, honey. I wouldn't go to no other funeral behind that. Or to the burial grounds. Baby. Ooh, let's move on, child. That was giving too much, child. That was giving too much. I ain't got no more commentary on that because that's weird. All right, let's move on. What time is it? 10. Child. Willie Watkins would never, honey. Willie Watkins would never. All right, let's get into the next topic. Shout out to Black Millionaires. So I've never heard of that before. Me either. Mocha Pam said, I ain't never heard of that. Me either, girl. You down there with your good suit on. You know you wear your little nice little suit to the funeral, child. You down there with, child. You done got all dirty and muddy and everything down there with your good Easter suit on. All right, so the CFO of Detroit. Anybody y'all that live in Detroit, honey, y'all might have heard about this, but let's get into it. The CFO of Detroit Riverfront gave his girlfriend $3.7 million in cash after stealing over $40 million from the city, y'all. Why do people do this and think that it's not traceable? How you think you can steal this much money and it's not traceable? Now he is facing 18 to 40 years behind bars. Damn. Effed up your whole life. All right, so Detroit nonprofit's former CFO pleads guilty to embezzling over $40 million. Now, William A. Smith, the longtime chief financial officer of the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy, admitted in court of stealing more than $40 million from the organization over the course of a decade. It said that Conservancy and nonprofit dedicated a revitalization Detroit's riverfront for public use, was unknowingly funding Smith's lavish lifestyle through a complex web of fraud. Now, from 2012 to 2024, Smith used fake companies, unauthorized credit card spending, and forged documents to funnel millions into his own accounts. So it's going into your account. That means it's coming back to you when they investigate, dumbass. If you're going to commit fraud, at least know what you're doing. Fraud, especially when you're dealing with bank, that shit started 10 years and above. All right, fraud. When you're dealing with money, that's an automatic like 10 years and above. People so stupid. Anyway, he spent the stolen money on luxury goods, travel, and personal expenses, all while deceiving the very organization he was trusted to protect. Smith now faces up to 40 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to wire fraud and money laundering. Oh, yeah. Says that he has agreed to pay over $44 million in restitution, child. It says that this shocking case highlights not only the depth of Smith's deception, but also the impact such crimes can have on community-focused institutions that rely on public trust and funding. Okay. Wasn't it something with the Black Lives Matters person who was involved in doing that as well? Sound like, I think I read somewhere where she was using the money like to buy a home and all this other stuff where people were donating towards the Black Lives Matter foundation, and this woman was spending money on what she wanted to, and this man here, he was no exception to the rule. He did the same shit. Okay, money on spending on credit cards, spending, forging documents, and going on luxury vacation, and he was just doing the most personal expenses and traveling. And why do people feel like that you're not going to get caught, especially when you create an account? When you create an account, all of your personal information is linked to that account. So why do you think that you can get away with spending embezzling $40 million and it not be tracked back to you? Banks are starting to be very smart nowadays because people are starting to figure out ways to hack into stuff. And like they're coming up with more ways now, especially with technology being more present in situations such as this. It's almost impossible to get away with doing shit like this. Like for real. Even if you put it in an offshore account, it's still going to be tracked back to you. So it's really no way to do shit like this nowadays and get away with it without it being tracked back to you. This is some stupid shit. I don't understand why people nowadays, this is 2025, you pretty much can't hardly get away with shit now, especially fraud. Like it's people that was doing this PPP loan stuff, y'all are dumb for doing it. And I say it right now. Anybody in my chat that did it, you are crazy and stupid as hell for doing the PPP fraud, because PPP loan fraud, because the government gonna catch your ass. Just because they have a knock on your door today don't mean they won't. It's called they're putting a case together. And they're putting a case together. Any type of fraud that you're doing that's government-based, your ass is gonna get caught. I'm telling you. If you're stealing from your job, it's gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. For real, you will get caught. You will get caught. Most of the time, they're sitting back letting it stack up because after a certain amount, then they can file certain charges. Okay, they don't want you for $10. You're stealing $10 out the register. Yeah, I mean, they watching you, but they ain't gonna come and get you for $10 because they know the shit gonna continue. You got away with the 10, so next week is gonna be 100. And then the next week is going to be 1,000. Then they're going to keep letting it add up. They're going to keep watching you. They're going to keep observing you. And eventually, they're going to go ahead and crack the code on your ass and go ahead and arrest you. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's for anybody. If you out here with the sticky fingers and you stealing from your job and you trying to figure out how you can do little shit without getting caught, fraud in the government, you're going to get caught. You're really going to get caught. They're getting people unemployment benefits, stealing and not being, if you're putting stuff on your documents that's not true, actual factuals, when you sign at the end of that, when you have that long disclaimer at the end, are you saying that all these things that you're signing to is true, that's facts, all the information that you've given is actual factual, you sign your name at the bottom, that's a contract. So when you lie, and that goes for any type of what they call it, damn, why my brain just went blank. Applications as well. If you're trying to fill out for a job and you put false information on it, they can fire you. And in some instances, you can be charged for fraud or negligence or giving false information. They're gonna verify all that shit. So please keep in mind. Please keep in mind, there's no reason why anyone in 2025 should be out here trying to defraud anyone, because you will get caught. Who want to be sitting in prison for 40 years? 40 years. Come on, y'all. Weird. Let's continue. All right. I can't answer you right now. All right. So tours for the helicopter company, you guys, where the helicopter crashed into the Hudson River in New York. We have an update on that. All right. I want to talk about it. Let's go ahead and share so I don't get to talking and forget, honey. Let's go ahead and share. All right, so the Tourist Helicopter Company is to close immediately following the deadly Hudson River crash that unalived 6 people. Now, you guys know that the 5 on board, they were here not here because I'm not in New York. They were in New York for one of their children's, I'm hearing, birthdays. They were celebrating a birthday for one of their children, and they decided to take a helicopter ride to oversee New York. All right. So let's go ahead and get into what's going on with this, because there's a little update I found out. It's given that this company is doing some very weird, suspect stuff now that this situation has occurred. So a tourist helicopter company is to close immediately following the deadly Hudson River crash that unalived 6 people. Now, New York Helicopter Tours is shutting down immediately following a tragic crash that unalived 6 people, including 3 children, the Federal Aviation Administration announced. All right. It says that the FAA made the announcement last Sunday night, saying that the company would cease operations immediately, per NBC New York. Now, the helicopter carrying a pilot and a family from Spain fell into the Hudson River by Lower Manhattan on April 11th, according to officials. Now, victims included Augustin Escobar and his wife, Mircea Camprupri. Montiel, both Siemens executives, okay, and their children, ages 4, 5, and 11, along with the 36-year-old pilot, according to law enforcement sources. All right. So check this out. Let's continue. Now, the crash happened at 3:17 p.m. off River Drive in Hoboken, New Jersey, just over 15 minutes after departing from the Wall Street heliport. It said that the chopper had reached the George Washington Bridge before turning south and crashing. Now, video of the crash showed the chopper plunging into the water without a tail rotor, right? Because we saw that fly off. I think I got a video get ready to come up too. Or a main rotor blade, investigators noted. Officials said that it hit the water in, inverted. So from the video that I saw, just to give you guys a visual, the plane was driving kind of recklessly in the video that I saw. Then you see the helicopter blade just like literally come off the helicopter and just goes this way. The helicopter goes this way. And then the next thing you know, you see the helicopter spiraling at a high rate of speed and crashing down into the Hudson River. So I'm not sure why the hell the blade, which keeps the helicopter going, I'm not sure why the hell that flew off. Okay, and then I'm hearing too that the helicopter was almost out of gas as well. So I'm not sure why you knowing that because it's your job as the pilot who's flying the helicopter to know when you need to gas up before going back into the air when you're carrying people or just when you're going up, period. It's no different from an aircraft, from a Delta pilot jumping behind the plane and going up into the air knowing you're about to run out of gas. It's your responsibility to know to gas up. If you're doing tours, wherever it is, I don't give a damn if it's New York, wherever. If you're doing tours and you're taking people up into the air, it's your responsibility to know when it's time to refuel. Refuel. Let me say that with you. I'm sounding like Wanda here. All right, so the FAA is launching an immediate review of the tour operator's license and safe record and et cetera, et cetera. All right, so let's move on to the next topic because I found this video that I want to share with you guys. Now I don't want to do no damn helicopter tours no more. I've done one, and I told you guys I did one in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and it was so beautiful being in the mountains. Okay, it was so beautiful, but it was also scary at the same damn time. Okay, because I like heights if I'm in control, like on a roller coaster. But being in a helicopter, being that high up and looking down, it was kind of eerie. I ain't gonna hold you. It was kind of scary. It was beautiful and scary, scary, beautiful, if we can say that way. But let's get into this next video that is also in conjunction to the one we just saw about the helicopter. If you've ever done a helicopter tour, it's beautiful, but it's also scary because you feel the dips and stuff like that. And when you're looking down, it's like, ooh, all right. Kind of made my stomach kind of like plunge a little bit sitting up in there. But it was beautiful. The sights are beautiful. I got beautiful pictures from up there, but damn, it was scary as hell. Now I'm never going to ever do this shit again now that I saw this because now I'm scared. So they're saying that the helicopter ran out of fuel. So check out what they're saying here. Crime Time, shout out to Crime Time, Tea Time. All right. If you guys never watched them, they always like dig deeper into stories that are being reported. Okay. So when I saw this, I said, I'm totally sharing this. So this says, anyone else find it strange that they're saying that the helicopter ran out of fuel? So that's what they're trying to say. Mid-air, the helicopter ran out of fuel. So how do you explain the blade flying off? What the fuel and the blade got to do with each other? So you run out of gas and the blade just fly off? Is that how it happens? I doubt it. Let's get into it.
Your car runs out of fuel, the wheels don't fall off. So explain to me how, if a helicopter runs out of fuel, the rotor falls off. In case you missed it, Michael Roth, who is the owner of New York Helicopter, said prior to the crash, the pilot, quote, called in that he was landing because he needed fuel. It should have taken him about 3 minutes to arrive, but 20 minutes later, he didn't arrive. I'm sorry, this just sounds strange. It was a short sightseeing flight on the 6th flight of the day. So if you know you needed fuel, why would you take off? Also, it said as soon as the crash happened, the owner of the helicopter completely scrubbed his social media, literally removed his website and all social media accounts from the internet. And if you aren't aware of what happened yesterday, a high-profile tech exec, his wife, their 3 young children, and the pilot crashed into the Hudson, killing all of them. The family, who's from Spain, was visiting New York to celebrate one of their children's birthday. Witnesses say, seemingly out of nowhere, the helicopter started falling apart and then fell straight into the Hudson. It's reported that 4 of the victims died upon impact and 2 died at the hospital. If your car runs out of fuel.
All right, so y'all hear that? Does that sound a little sus? Why are people deleting stuff now? Why is the person who owns this company for the helicopter tours, why is he deleting his social medias and scrubbing everything related to his helicopter company when these people have been found unalived in the Hudson River through your company, your helicopter company? It sounds a little sus. You shutting down all your social media. I'm pretty sure they are dragging the fuck out of him. And people are leaving all types of messages and comments and stuff in his social media. Well, it was because he scrubbed it and took it down. But I feel like something's a little sus. Why are you hiding? Why are you taking things down? Why are you now getting off social media when that's what you were using to promote your business? It's weird to me that now you don't even want to be on social media. Let's hear it one more time because it sounds strange. Now they get ready to investigate your company and find out why the hell you done took an executive up in the air with his family, okay? With his family, knowing that your helicopter needed fuel, and then something happened to where your blade fly off and everyone crashes to the ground and they're no longer here. It sounds a little sus. Let's play it one more time.
Fuel, the wheels don't fall off. So explain to me how, if a helicopter runs out of fuel, the rotor falls off. In case you missed it, Michael Roth, who is the owner of New York Helicopters, said prior to the crash, the pilot, quote, called in that he was landing because he needed fuel. It should have taken him about 3 minutes to arrive.
Let's stop there. So you called the person who owns the helicopter company to tell them you got to come back down because you need fuel. Why the fuck did you go up knowing that you needed fuel? Do you not check your gauge? That's just like driving in your car, just going anywhere you want to go and never look down at the at the gas thing telling you that you need gas. Like who just drives and just never ever look down to see if you need any gas. Like at some point you got to fill up. At some point you got to fill up. And if you're doing tours where you're going up every so many minutes or whatever, however they do it, at some point in time you got to get some more fuel because I mean if you're in the air and you run out, then hello, you're gonna come crashing down. Weird. Somebody said me, they do that. You drive around and just never fill up. I don't do that. I always fill my car when it gets half. When I get to half full, I'm filling up again because it's cheaper. I told y'all. When you let your car get too low and with your light come on, your gas light come on, you're scraping from the bottom. You're getting all that nasty stuff that's in the bottom of your gas tank and it's going through your engine and you're ruining your car. So it's always better and cheaper to go ahead and fill your car up. We talked about this so many times. Fill your car up when you get half full and you will spend so much less in gas versus letting your car get all the way down to E and then filling up again. You got to, if it takes $40 to fill your car, why not just spend $20 and fill it back up when it gets half full or half empty? That just makes more sense. And it makes no sense that this company decided to, oh, let's go up in the air and take these people up. Oh, and no, I got to come right back down. I'm supposed to be back down in 3 minutes because we got to refuel. It just makes sense to just fuel before you go up. Like what kind of training did this person have? Weird.
But 20 minutes later, he didn't arrive. I'm sorry, this just sounds strange. It was a short sightseeing flight on the 6th flight of the day. So if you know you needed fuel, why would you take off? Also, it said as soon as the crash happened, the owner of the helicopter completely scrubbed his social media, literally removed his website and all social media accounts from the internet. And if you aren't aware of what happened yesterday, a high-profile tech exec, his wife, their 3 young children.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta take this. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, when I get a back-to-back call, I'm like, okay, that's important. All right, so I'm trying to handle business, child, two ways. We try to get my video out and handle business. When I see the back-to-back calls, I got to get that, okay? So thank you guys for being patient, all right? But I'm back. So let's continue. All right.
And the pilot crashed into the Hudson, killing all of them. The family, who's from Spain, was visiting New York to celebrate one of their children's birthday. Witnesses say seemingly out of nowhere, the helicopter started falling apart and then fell straight into the Hudson. It's reported that 4 of the victims died upon impact and 2 died at the hospital.
All right, let's stop it here. Now, do you guys think that this was some type of an attack, or do you think this was just a random accident? Do you think that this was some type of an attack, or do you think that this was just a random accident? Because I feel like that was so weird for the blade to just fly off like this. Because, like I said, even with aviation, if you guys know, and I'm not that well versed in aviation, but what I do know is before any plane or aircraft, helicopter, aircraft leave the ground, they have to do inspections, you guys. They have to do inspections. It's no different from Delta and any other airplane company. They have to do inspections to make sure that it is safe before they leave the ground, especially carrying passengers. And it's no different from this company. It gives that maybe somebody did not do what they were supposed to do, or they skipped some steps that they were supposed to do and were just more focused on getting the money. And you have a lot of companies that do that. They overlook safety measures and focus more on trying to get the money. I feel like it might be an attack. Just like I feel like all these planes falling from the sky, and I said it before, I feel like it's an attack somewhere. Because we've not experienced this since Trump's been in office. Before Trump was in office, we didn't see this, guys. And I don't feel like this is a haphazard event that we keep seeing all these helicopters and planes falling from the sky. Something is going on. I said it the other day. I stand on it. I stand on it 10 toes down. Let me borrow 10 more toes and make it 20, bitch. I feel like there's something weird going on. Airplanes are catching on fire. We just saw one in Florida. I just announced it the day before yesterday where it crashed. No explanation. They keep saying, oh, we're going to do an investigation to see what happened. And we're not hearing about any of these investigations in terms of why these planes have fallen. What is it now? We're up to like 15 now. I think I've counted. I've not heard an update on any of these planes and why they crashed. That's weird to me. And what are we in? April the 14th? We're up to 15 to 16 planes and helicopters crashing in 2025 with no explanation. Y'all don't find that weird? Y'all don't find that weird? Again, I'm not trying to scare anyone because I know some of you guys have flights that you guys are planning. Somebody's going to fly out today or wherever. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but what I am trying to bring is awareness to the situation to say, this just does not sound right. All of a sudden, Trump get in office, all these changes are starting to take place, and then it's out of the blue, out of nowhere, planes are falling like rain from the sky. Weird. This is weird because I saw the video and I went back and I kept looking at it. I said, this don't look right. This don't look right for a helicopter to go up and then he's going like this, y'all. Why is he going around? Did somebody pow at the helicopter? Like what happened? This person they said this was the 6th trip, the 6th tour that they did that day. No problem. All of a sudden we get this executive and his family on there from Spain. Was this a direct attack at this particular person? Think about it. I think about stuff like that. Okay. I'm investigative mode now. Okay. That's what I'm thinking about. You done had tours all day long. This was the 6th tour. Helicopter went up, no problem. Came down, no problem. All of a sudden you get this person on there. The plane is going like this. So did somebody fire something at the plane that we don't know about? Think about it. New York, all these high ass buildings. What's to say somebody didn't have a window open and just boom at the airplane, at the helicopter? If you're on the ground, you probably wouldn't see that. So now they're going to have to investigate to see what the hell happened and why the whole damn helicopter blade on the top came off. That doesn't happen. Just like the lady said, if you run out of gas, your wheels don't fall off if you're driving. And it's no different if you're in the air in a helicopter or a plane. If you're running out of gas in a plane, your wing don't fall off or the blade does not fall off. Something weird is going on. And I find it weird that they're not coming back on the news, just like they announced that there was a plane crash. They're not coming back to say why the plane crashed. 15 planes down in. Now, I may be a lot of things, but I'm not slow. I may be a lot of things, but I'm not slow. Don't tell me something happened and we're going to investigate it and we never hear the end result of what happened. I think as American people who spend our good hard-earned money to fly anywhere that we want to go in this world, I feel like we as the American people should have a heads up on what the fuck is going on. And I'm sorry to say it that way. Pardon my French. But we deserve a right to know why planes are falling from the sky with no explanation. Why this particular helicopter went into the air after 6 times already being in the air, and it's all of a sudden a problem where a blade is flying this way, going left, and the damn helicopter is going right and plunging into freezing temperatures in the Hudson River, and nobody knows why. And then the owner of the company is scrubbing everything, taking his social medias down, blocking certain things, changing numbers. That just don't sound right to me. That don't sound right to me.
If your car runs out of fuel, the wheel.
All right, so we heard that. Y'all can put in the chat what you guys think. I feel like there's something a little fishy going on. Okay, they may never tell us, but I still stand behind the fact that I feel something behind the scenes is going on. I feel like we're under a direct attack, and I feel like they're not telling us because they don't want people to panic. I feel like they don't want people to panic. So they're going to keep seeing people getting on planes, piling on these planes and going up into the air, and boom, another attack. Trump is messing with these people overseas. They have ways of doing things. We may not know about it, but they have ways of attacking us, and we, unbeknownst to us, I feel like we're under direct attack. Road trips sound real good right about now. That's all I'm saying. I got a flight coming, 2 flights coming up here soon. Road trips out. I might have to leave a little early, but I might. Hey, at least I'll be alive. Okay, at least I'll be alive. I may have to take a little road trip. I may have to take a road trip and drive where I want to go versus flying. It might be a little longer, but oh well. At least I won't be up in no damn planes that come down with no explanation. So you over there mess with them people in Japan. You creating enemies over there in Canada. We don't know who would be attacking us because Trump has created so many damn enemies. We don't know who would want to do something. That shit is crazy, y'all. Oh my God. Let's move on. It's scary and crazy at the same damn time. All right, let's get into some reality TV news here. Child, I'm tired now, Lord. I'm tired. All right, so shout out to Reality Rundown. All right, so they're talking about Phaedra quitting Married to Medicine and why. They're giving their perspective of what they think and why they think she quit. So they're saying that Phaedra said that Married to Medicine says it's cute for now, but I'm back where I belong on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, so Atlanta says that on the mic this week, says that Katie and Kay are breaking down Phaedra's quick Bravo comeback tour, says that her shady exit and whether she really brought anything to the tables beside mess and mystery. Let's get into it.
So thoughts on Phaedra's Married to Medicine run, her not making it to the reunion, her second reunion of Married to Medicine, saying that the girls are a bunch of mean girls and kind of like fleeing the show because now she has her spot back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Katie, and you start.
Well, I think it was just another check for Phaedra, honestly. Did she have cute little moments there? Yes, but I feel like there was no need for even her to cross over at all. I think she did well on other shows that she was involved in since she's been off Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I feel like there was no need for her to really come to Married to Medicine and then leave in like sporadically.
I gotta agree with that. Phaedra did look like a fish out of water on Married to Medicine. She just did not fit. And going into it, I feel like she should have known the girls, especially Heavenly, was going to attack her because one, a lot of them are jealous of her because Phaedra is pretty much self-made and she doesn't have to be married to medicine in order to, she can still run with the best of them. She can still spend money like the rest of them who are doctors. Phaedra money is pretty long. Phaedra has jobs. Okay, so she's able to run with the best of them, and she talks her shit, and she does what she wants to do, and she can, pretty much run with the best of them on the show. And I feel like that was a little competition for Heavenly, who doesn't like to see another woman be better than her, or do better than her, or look better than her. She was surrounded by a lot of mean girls, and she got the hell out of there, and she forfeited coming to the reunion because she didn't want to sit up there and answer questions and fight with them. But she did leave, as you guys know, because I showed it on my show. She did leave a little message saying that they were all mean girls, they can go to hell and all. I was like, oh, Phaedra, my God, tell us how you really feel. But she went in on the girls and let them know they are mean girls from hell, and she just did not want to be on a show with them anymore. And of course, with Candy being gone from Real Housewives of Atlanta, that afforded Phaedra the chance to be able to go back to her original stomping ground, which was Real Housewives of Atlanta over on Bravo, okay, which also houses Married to Medicine. So let's get into what else they had to say.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it didn't really fit. And I felt like the first time she did it was to be like, well, these girls are so much better. These girls they're not forcing you out of your marriages and all this stuff. And then to not show up at the reunion to give your final say so and to quit. And I really think if she didn't have another opportunity sitting on the table, she would have wrote it out with them or write it out with them. But I didn't see the point of her being there. She didn't bring back, the little fights that was going on their show. She didn't try to merge that, fix that. It's like she just created more mess. And then she had her ex-husband, his currently soon-to-be ex-wife. It was just a mess. I don't see the reason why she came on, but collect your check and go. And that's what she did.
Kay, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm with Phaedra though. Like, give me my private jet. I'm on the jet and I'm going back to where I belong, which is Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, to be quite honest, I agree with Katie. Like, I didn't feel like she brought anything to the show, but I also think that group of women on Married to Medicine are already cohesive. So it's hard to bring somebody else into it. And so she always just felt like she didn't fit to me. So again, she was just there collecting her check. I think it was her way back into Bravo land, and she did what she had to do. She said, okay, I'm done here. Give me what y'all told me y'all were going to give me, basically. And that's right. So listen,
I do feel like Phaedra was a little bit set up whenever they asked Apollo and his almost ex-wife to be on the show. Because why would Apollo and Shireen need to be on Married to Medicine? Neither one of them are Married to Medicine. I feel like that was a little sneaky attempt that Heavenly was trying to do, because you guys heard them say that Phaedra was on the show. She never shares anything. So I feel like that was Heavenly's way of trying to force Phaedra into telling something or putting her in a compromising or embarrassing position with having Apollo and his wife around, which she does not like Phaedra at all. Shireen does not like Phaedra. So having her around was going to cause some type of friction to where Shireen was going to say something out of the way to Phaedra, and to take Phaedra out of her comfort zone, to have her fighting with Shireen, okay, because they're like, she don't share anything. So they were like, Phaedra comes on the show and she never gives anything. So I feel like that was Heavenly's way of going behind the scenes to orchestrate some type of silent attack on Phaedra to make her share something, to put her in a vulnerable place on national television, to make her feel like she had to fight someone and to say something out of line and to act a little ghetto a little bit, because they say she's so poised and she's always about her business. Phaedra is great TV. Say what you want to say about her. Say what you want to say about Phaedra. Phaedra is good TV if you put her in the right situation. She was clearly a fish out of water on Married to Medicine, and I'm glad she took her ass back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, where she needs to be. The girls over there, I don't know. These new girls, I already said it. I'm kind of not feeling the new girls a little bit on Real Housewives of Atlanta. They're not giving me what needs to be given. I'm tired of Portia sitting up crying about Simon. That shit is water under the bridge. What else is going on? The most, what are they talking about now? This whole Britt Edie and Kenya Moore situation. That's the hot topic now on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm really sick of that shit too. Like, what else is going on? Phaedra, who are you dating? If you're going to come back to the show, what is your storyline going to be if you're coming back? Who are you dating? What other business practices are you under? Like, I would love to see Phaedra in a new relationship now since she's moved on from Apollo. I would love to see that. That will be great TV. People are nosy. Like, share your life if you're going to be on here. I don't want to see Portia sitting up crying about Simon did not call her and her daughter back after a situation. You and Simon, water under the bridge, baby. We are over it. Thankfully, Shamia has come in and kicked the door down. She's showing her music in terms of what she's doing. She's showing her life with her husband. She's showing her home. She's showing, Shamia is really coming in and giving storyline. The other girls, I'm sick of it. I'm sick. Bravo, y'all need to step it up, okay? Step it up or ship them out, baby, because the show is already sinking. The ratings are already doing this. That's a nosedive. We need to see something else. We need fresh, new storylines of people who are going to share their lives if that's what's going to happen. Reality TV means you're sharing your life. I'm so sick and tired of people getting on these reality shows and trying to hide what it is they do, whether it's business, whether it's who they're dating. It is what it is. If you sign up to be on reality TV, and I said the same shit about Love and Marriage Huntsville, if you're not going to share your real life and what you got going on, get the fuck off, because we're tired. If I'm going to spend my time and put you in my DVR to record every single solitary episode, the least you can do is give me something to watch. It's your job to fucking entertain me. If you're going to be on my television, if you're going to sign a contract and say, I'm going to entertain and I'm going to share my life, bitch, do it. Do it. If you, I said the same thing with Love Marriage Huntsville, and that's why people started not respecting the show and the storylines of the show, and people stopped watching. It's so fucking fake. It's called reality TV. Phaedra, come your ass back here and show who you're dating. I don't want to see you dating this fake ass shake mess. We all know that was TV. Who are you really dating? Who is walking through your walls, girl? Who is tearing down your walls with the strength of their love? As Whitney Houston would say. Who is breaking down your walls with the strength of their love? Who, girl? That's what we want to know. Who is in your bed every night when you put your sons to bed? You doing all these damn videos with your little booty shorts on, dancing. I don't want to see that shit. I don't care about that. I don't want to see you doing no line dances with no fucking cowboy boots on. Who are you sleeping with? What business practices are you doing? What's going on? Who else are you frauding? What is your next thing going on? That's what I want to see, because I'm nosy. If I'm going to take the time out of my busy schedule, and believe me, I'm busy, I want to see some good TV. I don't see no bitches sitting up crying about a man that left them that just won't supposed to be with anyway. Portia. All right. You shouldn't have been with Simon, but you're on here crying because he gone. You weren't supposed to be with him anyway. What's next? What else? What else you got going on? I mean, come on. Yes, honey, tear down your walls with the strength of your love. That's what I want to see, girl. Who is tearing down your walls, girl? Who? Who got your head behind the headboard? That's what I want to know. I don't give a flying fig about no damn fake ass storyline with this dude who nobody knows. Oh, he's Apollo's friend. We don't give a fuck. Who are you really dating? What you doing down there with Willie Watkins funeral home? What you doing down there? Because Phaedra got about 50 jobs. Let the camera crew go. Let the camera crew go to your jobs down here, girl, and see what you doing. Okay, I don't child. Fuck all that dancing with the stars and line dancing with the cowboy boots. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, let's continue.
Or move on.
No shade to any of the Married to Medicine ladies, because one thing for sure, I love me some Married to Medicine, but again, no shade. The way Phaedra walked out that show, honey.
Yeah. It says that she got money. It says that she got money. She didn't need that.
Not only did y'all try to clock me, try to make it seem like I didn't have $40,000 to give y'all for a charity. Now I'm actually going to leave y'all show, and I'm leaving in a private jet when y'all all had to come here commercial, because I am that bitch, and don't play with me. That's what she said. Whether you like it or not, you got to give it to her. That was a cute little exit. So thoughts on Phaedra's Married to Medicine run, her not making it to the reunion, her second reunion of Married to Medicine, saying that the girls are a bunch of mean girls, and kind of like fleeing the show because now she has her spot back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Katie, and you start.
Well, I think it was just another check for Phaedra, honestly. Did she have cute little moments there? Yes. But
I mean, yeah, it might have been a little check or whatever. I knew it was some bullshit. Let me tell y'all when I knew that this whole entire season on Married to Medicine for Phaedra was some bullshit at the beginning. When they showed this fake ass doctor that she was supposed to have been dating, and they had this clown emoji over his face, I was like, I had to give you the buzzer, girl. Because I said, hold up. If you're going to be on a show called Married to Medicine, if he's a doctor, why he can't show his face? Do he have a wife? Do he have a family somewhere? He's supposed to be like an African doctor or something that she's supposed to be with. I said, whoop, hold up. He must have a family somewhere. He must be married, unbeknownst to Phaedra. Or maybe you do know that he's married and you don't want his face on national television and you want to use him as a damn storyline. Something weird was going on. The buttermilk had a bunch of shit in it, honey. The buttermilk was not clean. I said, nah, I ain't feeling it. Nope. So then out of the blue comes this young Sheck dude who she's saying, oh, she's been dating. She's supposed to have all this chemistry with. You could tell it was all TV related. You could tell it was only for TV. The chemistry was off. It was. So yes, does she need to take her ass back home where she belongs? Yeah. But when you get there, please have a storyline, because these other hoes that's on this show and don't nobody feel a way about me calling them hoes. But I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. They keep playing on my damn face. All right. So Phaedra, yes, you did have a nice little cute little exit or whatever. And thank you for not being back on the show, because they really need to get Heavenly off the show. If Heavenly get off the show, I really feel like Married to Medicine can be a better show. I feel like Heavenly, yes, she does bring the drama, and yes, the drama does bring ratings, but I feel like Heavenly goes way too far, and I feel like she is behind the scenes orchestrating bullshit to set people up for certain situations, but then she sit back and she's not sharing her own. I don't feel like a person like that should be on TV, because if you're going to be pushing other people to share their personal lives and what's going on in their life, see, like you called Apollo up there and his wife, soon to be ex-wife, for Phaedra to open up and tell her shit, bring Dr. Daddy's snow bunnies up there and see how that shit work out. That's a good storyline for you, Heavenly. Bring Dr. Daddy's snow bunnies up there. Talk about your son's arrest, because you ain't talking about that shit either. Talk about rumors about your daughter dropping out of college and Dr. Jackie having to do something to get rid of something. We talked about it on here. Allegedly, maybe, and hypothetically, and in my opinion. Let's put all that shit on it, okay? I'm just saying, let me help you with the storyline, girl, because obviously you don't have one. Heavenly, you have not had a storyline in the last, I'm going to say 3 seasons. You haven't had a storyline. Let me tell y'all how, and she's very strategic, and I watch it. I've been watching, because I've been watching Married to Medicine since they came on the air. Heavenly strategically puts herself in other people's business and overtalks them in their business to avoid talking about her own. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all have not seen, if y'all have seen that. Heavenly does not tell her business. What do we know about Heavenly, except for she's a dentist and that she got 3 kids, one of them that's grown at the mouth? What do we know about Heavenly? And everything that we pull up and we try to address with Heavenly that's related to Heavenly, she denies it. Clearly, we have documentation from the fucking courts showing that your baby was arrested, and you still sat up there. I didn't know about it. This is news to me. I didn't know. He came to your house after the arrest, but what do we know about you? Not a damn thing. And we'll sit up and deny. We know nothing about Heavenly. And this show has been on for seasons after season after season, and we still don't know anything. And I know it's child, the T is silent. We don't know anything about you, Heavenly. And you've been able to skate by. I'm surprised Andy and Bravo have allowed you to still be on this fucking show. We know nothing about you except that you're married and you have 3 children and you're a dentist. That's all we know about Heavenly. And anytime somebody try to dig up something on her to make her a real person, to make her realize, look, girl, you're not perfect. Everybody have things that happen in their life, girl. Just talk about it. I think people will respect you more. I think people will understand you more and receive you more, Heavenly, if you're a little bit more transparent. That's all they've ever asked you to be, was transparent. I mean, hell, I talked about yesterday, Funky Daniva said that she is fake as hell. That Heavenly is one of those people that's fake as hell. They try to be professional, but she's fake as hell. She get in your face, but she's fake as fuck. And people see it. She's fake and she's a fucking liar. Pathological at that. We proved it right here on my channel. She's pathological. She's a liar. But she's real loud when it comes to other people's business, but so quiet and unbeknownst to her when it comes to her business. And I think people are tired of that. If you're not going to share your shit, get the fuck off TV. Seriously. Go down there and put some more horse teeth in somebody's mouth and call it a day, bitch. We're over it. Phaedra, thank you for leaving the show. Simone, we need to see something else with you besides screaming and hollering, and Quad from across the damn stage. What else you got going on? Jackie, if you ain't going to be doing something as well, besides sitting up talking about Michelle Obama and everybody else, child, no, ma'am. No. What you and Curtis got going on? Who he cheating with now? Let me help y'all with y'all storyline. Y'all ain't going to keep playing in my damn face. If I'm going to keep tuning in, let me help you with your storyline. Who is Curtis? Who booty he grabbing on now? Who he sitting at the bar with now? That's not Jackie. That's what I want to know. Because pictures been floating around with Curtis with somebody else and with Jackie with somebody else. But we ain't hearing about that. If you guys are having some issues in your marriage and you guys are only on the show to stay on the show as a married couple, to keep your spot on the show, the least you can do is give us some reality. I show the pictures right here with Jackie hugged up with another man that was not Curtis. Why we ain't heard about that on the show? Hello? Why haven't we heard about that on the show? I just want to know, why haven't we heard about that on the show? Why haven't we heard about Contessa, you back this season? We hear about your husband over there at the hotel with some other woman. Why is he calling around asking how he can keep the bloggers from talking about it? That should be your storyline. Talk about how, yeah, we've had some inconsistencies over here with my husband over here at the hotel with another woman. But look at us now, bitch. We still together. We on vacation together. Me and him, we stay together. That's good TV, right? We're going to find out anyway. We're going to find out anyway what's going on in your life. So just tell us. Beat us to the punch. Tell me before the blogs get it, girl. Put that shit on TV. Great TV. I guarantee the ratings will go up. I guarantee the ratings going. And I'm hearing now that documentation's been put out there with Heavenly about her son, that Bravo and Andy could be upset with her for keeping that under wraps and not sharing it, because you know they have to share their life. Look at Robin Dixon. That's why she's off Real Housewives of Potomac, because some things were going on with her and Juan Dixon, and she refused to talk about it. Yeah, because Andy got on her ass at the reunion, like, excuse me, why we didn't know about this? She didn't even want the cameras to be there for the wedding with she and Juan. So she was trying to be secretive about her life, but then was always talking about what was going on with Monique and everybody else on the damn show. But then when it came to her and Juan Dixon, we didn't hear shit. We hearing all this stuff in the blogs. Juan cheating, Juan over here at the nail shop with this other woman cheating. But then when you get on the show, oh, Juan and I are fine. Juan and I are fine. Our wedding is coming up. But why was he over here with this woman? Why was he over here at the laundromat with this woman? Like, I talked about it on my channel as well. So why do we keep hearing about things in the blogs? Heavenly. I really feel like she's going to really have to, next season, you may have to talk about this, Heavenly, because it's out there. Yeah, and they're getting ready to start filming here first week of May for Married to Medicine. Okay, because they were saying that Mariah may be making some appearances. I'm not sure. I hope she does. But in the meantime and in between time, I really feel like Heavenly should be forced to talk about her son's arrest. And that will keep you out of everybody else's damn business and being so damn messy and running to your damn YouTube channel to keep up some bullshit that don't have nothing to do with you. Because she knows everybody else's business. She knows everyone else's business, but we know nothing about her. But let's continue. Okay, let's get off that. Thank you guys. Shout out to Reality Rundown, because that's where we saw it. All right. Moving on. Yeah, because I'm tired of Britt Edie too, but we still gonna entertain this and we're gonna hit it and quit it, baby, because I'm over it. Over it. All right, so Britt Edie explains to Andy Cohen, okay, on his show, Watch What Happens Live, about the Pow Pow situation as related to Kenya. As you guys know, I told you guys yesterday, Kenya Moore was fired. She was suspended first from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was suspended first for the Revenge P pictures that she put up at her spa event opening, all right, of Britt Edie. So now, and it was through, they fired her by way of her violating the code of conduct. We talked about that. So now Britt Edie is on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live, and she's explaining the situation with the Pow Pow, because a lot of people saying, hey, she said something about a Pow Pow as related to Kenya. She should be let go as well. So obviously Bravo doesn't see that she violated any code of conduct, because Andy Cohen is going to ask her what she meant by said Pow Pow situation. All right, let's go.
Did you have a gun that night?
Oh my God. I never had a gun.
You never had a gun?
I never had a gun in my possession at all.
Okay. So your comments at the dinner, that resulted in an investigation. Obviously, weapons are not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now watching it back, why did you say it and what do you think about it now?
You know what? I still beat myself up. Just the fact that I allowed her to trigger me. So it's just, there's no excuse for what I did, for what I said. And it was the heat of the moment. I'm in a rough neighborhood. I'm always used to having my husband by my side. And I felt attacked. And I was triggered by Kenya. And I was talking with Kelly on the side, like, you know how girls hype each other up or whatever. Yeah. And it was a side convo. I was talking with Kelly and I mentioned a pistol, which I never should have. And I was wrong.
Did you have a gun that night?
There you go.
Oh my God. I never had a gun.
You never had a gun.
I never had a gun in my possession at all.
Okay. So your comments at the dinner, that resulted in an investigation. Obviously, weapons are not allowed on set. It was determined that you didn't violate that policy. So now watching it back, why did you say it and what do you think about it now?
You know what? I still beat myself up. Just the fact that I allowed her to trigger me. So it's just, there's no excuse for what I did, for what I said. And it was the heat of the moment. I'm in a rough neighborhood. I'm always used to having my husband by my side. And I felt attacked. And I was triggered by Kenya. And I was talking with Kelly on the side, like, you know how girls hype each other up or whatever. Yeah. And it was a side convo. I was talking with Kelly and I mentioned a pistol, which I never should have. And I was wrong.
Did you have a gun that night?
So a lot of people say, well, she took accountability. Some people was like, no, she should be let go as well because she did threaten Kenya with a pow, and that should be against policy as well. So they wanted to see Britt Edie leave as well because they took Kenya Moore down. Kenya Moore, obviously her fan base was pushing back saying, hey, bravo, that's not fair that you're getting rid of Kenya. She's an OG on the show. And then this newcomer comes on here and she's on here flexing and acting real ghetto, talking about she's got a pow and some whips and all this other stuff in retaliation to Kenya Moore putting up this revenge these pictures against her. So let's read a few comments in terms of what people have to say. This person here says, I'm very disappointed in Andy. Another person says that I love Britt. She took accountability and tried to apologize. Kenya does go around provoking people in subtle ways. Says that Britt never spoke directly to Kenya. The end. Okay. As you guys can see, okay, girl, bye. That's Nene. I love that. I love the memes, girl. I love it. Another person said, love Britt. This person here says the lies. Another person says that what was her husband going to do? Another person has the clown emoji, like, girl, you a clown. There's Kenya. Says, girl, bye. Felicia says that trigger you, says that this girl. So a lot of people think that she's playing victim in order to say, hey, oh my God, I had to be in therapy. This is just, oh my God, I was triggered. They're saying that she's doing too much, maybe putting 20 on 10 in this situation with the pictures. Said that she threatened you with a pow at a gas station 2 years ago. This other person said that we got to be strong if being rich and called a peasant is triggering. She's okay. There's Kenya Child with her girl bye. Me. This is so crazy. So it's hit or miss. We got some people who are going up for Britt Edie saying, hey girl, yes, you took accountability. That was wrong that Kenya did this to you. And then other people like, girl, bye. Like it was not that serious. Like you putting too much on it. Because she did say in another interview that she would not ever want to film with Kenya Moore again. So probably the network came to her and said, hey, we're probably thinking about maybe bringing Kenya back in a few scenes. Would you feel comfortable filming with her? So she said it out loud in an interview. Hell no, I would never, ever want to film with Kenya Moore. So maybe her saying that, and maybe she said that to the network as well. Maybe that helped with their decision in terms of getting Kenya on up out of there. If she's not comfortable filming around you or with you, being that you did what you did to her, then we can't use you anymore. So the suspension after they did their investigation then proved that Kenya Moore did indeed violate the code of conduct, and that's what got her fired from the show. So Kenya Moore is not coming back, and they're talking about scrapping any other scenes that she may have filmed this season. So we'll see what it gives and what happens. I'm sorry for all the Kenya Moore fans out there that's upset, child, that she's off the show, but she did it to herself. You cannot violate and do things like that to people with no accountability. All right. And repercussions as well. So can you get your shit together, girl? Because you effed up your money for a moment. I keep saying people always take them moments, child, and F up their money. All right. So in this particular scene that was shown last night, all right, for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Drew and Ralph, you guys know they're having a disagreement. Now, initially, according to the courts, in terms of what happens is whenever Ralph is his turn, when it was his turn to spend time with the children, it was understood that Drew had to leave the house for, I think it was like a week, and because they have the week on and week off, kind of like Mel and Martell. So during the time that Ralph would have the kids, Drew had to leave the house and like go stay at a hotel or somewhere like that, or with a friend, and they didn't care. So the courts ordered her to leave the home while Ralph stays there with the kids on his week with the kids. But now it's been changed to where Drew can stay in the house and that Ralph has to stay in the basement, and Drew is not allowed to go in the basement, so that Ralph can then still be there and interact with his children whenever he needs to or wants to. All right. I don't agree with that. If I'm in the middle of divorcing you, fuck that. I don't want to be in the same space as you because we're already arguing. The space, the energy is already effed up. If I'm trying to date or whatever the case may be, I don't want you in my fucking business. I don't want to hear you downstairs talking on the phone to whoever you're talking to. The energy is just effed up. The children should not see the both of us because kids pick up on energy. If you mad at daddy and mommy is not speaking to dad, kids pick up on that like, mommy, why you not talking to daddy? Or daddy, why you mad at mommy? Kids can pick up on that. Let's not forget the fact that Drew does have an older son who Ralph was going to adopt, and which he didn't. So my question was, if Drew has to leave the house, does she have to take that same child that's not Ralph's child while he stays behind with the 2 children that he shares with Drew? There's a lot of questions there. I feel like Ralph is a bitch, and I'll say it right here on my screen, on my channel, on my in my show, because that's how I feel. He very much so mimics his behaviors as Martell Holt. I can't stand Martell, and y'all know how I feel about Martell. And Ralph has a lot of those energies from Martell in terms of how he treats women, in terms of how he talks to Drew. But Drew has to take accountability as well, because in this particular clip, we're going to hear Ralph say that he primarily pays for everything in the home. Well, you're the man. Okay. If you're going to be there, you should. So Ralph is saying in this particular clip that he pays for everything. And there was supposed to be something with the exterminator coming to do something in the home. And he's telling Drew, like, why don't you pay for the exterminator, being that I pay for everything else? I pay for the mortgage. I pay for the da-da-da-da-da. So of course, Drew, she gets embarrassed and she starts this fake crying that she always does. And she leaves out of the house to get into the car to get ready to leave. All right. Because she said that she's upset and she's embarrassed. I don't think that she wanted everybody to know, or Ralph to come upstairs and say it on camera that he pays for everything after she had already put it out there that she paid for everything. So I think Ralph made a liar out of her on camera, and it pissed her off because she was able to run with the narrative of her paying for everything. And he was just this deadbeat slum or nigga down in the basement who is just, fucking up her life and giving her all this grief, and she's spending out all this money and he ain't doing nothing. So he says he's paying for everything. Let's get into it, y'all. We're going to play this one clip, then we're going to get up out of here. This is our last topic.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa, hello.
Yeah.
I
wasn't expecting me. It's time.
Yeah, I know I'm about to leave. We were just eating.
Sorry. How you doing, baby girl?
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, JoJo.
Everything good?
Everything is good.
My suitcases are in the car, so Allison are about to leave.
Okay.
And it's Father's Day, so...
Guess what? It's now about me this weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's Father's Day, baby.
I need to talk to you about some things.
Okay.
Okay. So, you're supposed to call the exterminator under the order.
That's not true.
Yeah, I talked to my attorney.
I don't know why, because I've been telling you to call the exterminator for probably about 3 weeks now.
And I've been covering the exterminator when he came, but since my lawyer said it's technically something you're supposed to do, I was like, cool, that just takes something else off my plate, because I already have so much on my plate.
Like what? You don't have anything on your plate. You don't pay any bills here.
Okay, I'm gonna go now.
What do you have
We're
on
not
your
getting ready
plate?
to do that. We're not getting ready to do that.
What do you have on your plate?
You're not. Don't do that. Okay, bye.
Bye. Drew doesn't have to pay any bills. I pay for everything. I'm like, you can pay the exterminator bill. I mean, what is that, $100? This is typical Drew, but it always causes conflicts with us because that's not how you manage a relationship effectively. That's definitely not how we're going to be able to manage co-parenting.
I'm so mad right now. This is bullshit. This is just typical Ralph. Loves to trigger me. He loves to dance on these nerves. I think for me, what I've learned is my responses have to be different. And that's what good therapy will do for you. You okay? I'm so mad. It's just stupid. Like, why? We don't have to even argue. We don't have to have this interaction. Whenever I leave, you're not even ever upstairs. That was weird.
That was weird. What was he up here for? To do what?
He was like, it's my time. I know it's your time, and I'm leaving.
But he doesn't come up for it.
He never comes up when it's my time. He's always down in the basement. What is happening? Trying to co-parent with this man is impossible. My time is up, and it's time to get off the premises.
Because obviously he owns something. So
because before
let's
you
hurry
know
up
it,
and go.
I don't want him to make no phone call that I am still on the premises and I'm not leaving.
So sorry.
I'm flabbergasted. I want to hope that we can just be friends one day. But today is not the day.
That was a nice prayer, he said. Whoa.
That'll never happen with Ralph, because Ralph act just like Martell. He's messy, just like a girl. Ralph has this. I'm telling y'all, Ralph and Martell can be the same person. The same shit that Martell was doing, being petty as hell whenever Melody would not give him his way, is the same shit that Ralph is doing to Drew. And the fact that he wanted to stay in that house was so that he can continue to sock it to Drew. And I'm not taking up for Drew, but I'm just saying, Ralph, you are a whole bum ass ninja. Okay. Now, granted, he does pay for everything according to him. And I don't think that Drew wanted that to be said on the show. She said he don't never come from downstairs in the basement to come up. I feel like he knew those cameras were there and he wanted Drew to be embarrassed for him to be able to say what he said on camera, because he's been hearing Drew say on social media that Ralph was a bum. So Ralph was like, this is my moment to come upstairs and embarrass the fuck out of Drew. And if she don't get out of here, I'm about to contact my lawyer, because she's not supposed to be here this weekend. So she was like, oh, I'm hurrying up. Y'all saw her hurrying up eating, because at the time, according to their attorneys, Drew had to leave the house when it was Ralph's turn with the kids. So he very much so knows what he's doing. He's trying not to be amicable with Drew because he's mad that Drew is deciding to divorce him. Just like Martell. Same action. He's mad that Drew is not turning around and dropping this divorce. He wants to stay with Drew. But Drew is like, hell no. First of all, I don't like the way you talk to me, the way you treat me, the way you try to control me, It's too close for comfort, if you will. Like, she's like, he never comes from the basement. So what is this? He knows the cameras are rolling. So this is his moment, child, to come on. Oh, I pay for everything. So yeah, let me do a confessional. So yeah, I pay for everything. She pays for nothing. She could have paid the $100 for the exterminator. She could have. I mean, if he's paying the mortgage and he's paying the insurance for the home and he's handling everything with the kids, if he's paying everything, why you can't just take $100? Because you get paid well from Bravo being on the show. Why you can't just take $100 and pay the exterminator to come and do what they need to do? Why make it a huge thing? Why are y'all fighting over small things? Because feeding into him and giving him something to go off about, he's going to do that. He's going to embarrass the fuck out of you because that's what he wants to do. Drew been telling everybody he's a bum ass ninja. And so he used that moment as a moment to come up and embarrass her ass. That's exactly what he did. Now, Drew do be lying a lot. Y'all know Drew is known to be lying. She's pathological too. We didn't call Drew in a lot of lies, like a lot of lies. Like last night, she was like, oh, I'm related to Michael Jordan. As soon as Shamia pulled out a bottle of something Jordan, expensive bottle of some type of vodka or something Jordan, here she comes. Well, I'm related to Michael Jordan. Everybody looked at her like, when, girl? When, Drew? Not to say she's not, but it's just like always, she's always looking for a moment. She's always looking for some type of validation. Okay. And this is an unfortunate situation. And I feel like I would have told my attorneys, like, I'm not with this, with him staying in the basement and I stay upstairs. Like if you paying for everything, that lets me know you got money to move out. That's what it means. That lets me know if you have money to pay the mortgage and everything in the home, that you're paying for everything, Ralph, why not move out and get your own place to just stop all of this? It's given that you want to be there so that you can continue to do what you're doing. So I don't know, y'all. This is irritating. This whole setup is just unfortunate. The kids are in the middle of this, and Drew, I feel like you put yourself in a situation for him to sock it to you like he's doing, because bitch, I don't know. But he's bitter. He's bitter because Drew will not drop the divorce and stay with him. So he's going to make life as miserable for her as he can. All right. But shout out to the Bravo Shade Room, because that's where we just saw it. Yeah, them too. And y'all know Martell is supposed to be making some appearances, they're saying, on Real Housewives of Atlanta again with Ralph, because they're going to take a guys trip, and Martell is going to be a part of a few scenes of the guys trip. So y'all will be seeing Martell again on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because he'll be filming with Ralph, who is his very best friend. Okay. I'm not interested in seeing that, but it is what it is. Okay. But that is our show, you guys. That is our show. I got to go because I have an important phone call that I have to make and I got to get on. So thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for supporting Bill Wilson, KBR Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you guys. Those are my mods, my backup mods. Thank you, Rose Armstead and True TV Podcast. Thank you guys so much for doing your good work. All right. Thank you, girls. Girl, what's the tea? Thank you for being in the building. True TV Podcast. Sunny Days is here. Purple Unicorn. Miss Hills ATL. Boss Lady Bryn. Girlfriend Chronicles. Love seeing her. Thanks for being here. Do we have any more content creators that I may have missed that's in the building? Please let me know right quick, mods, before we get out of here. Said new couple alert. Plot twist. Let's put a plot twist on that. Plot twist. Ralph and Martell, new couple alert. That's what you think, Sunny Days? I gotta cover my face with that because I kind of entertained that in my mind a little bit before because they do be a little too close for comfort. I don't know. They like tight pants together. They be doing a lot of the same shit. It's weird. But yeah, do we have any more content creators? Let me know before we get out of here. Y'all are crazy. Oh my God. All right, so if we don't have nobody else, we're going to get on out of here, okay? Thank y'all so much for joining the Caramel Rail Show. Thank you to my Caramelians for stopping by as well. Oh, Schoolboy. I always forget Schoolboy. And that's the homie, too. I feel so bad. Schoolboy, thank you for stopping by, all right? Thank you, Schoolboy, for stopping by, all right? And thank you, who else did I see? Diego, Snatched by Diego. Thanks for stopping by as well, because that's the homie as well. All right, so thank y'all so much. All right, please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you've not done so. Also, please do not forget to tell a friend to come over to the Caramel Rail Show and subscribe. All right, y'all know we have a good time. We have the tea over here. We have great car chronicles, great information. If you guys want to know what's going on in the YouTube streets, you're going to find it out right here on my show, because y'all know I don't leave any stones unturned when it's time for that tea to be told. All right. So if nothing else, guys, let's go. Have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you guys throughout the day. All right. I'll be popping back on you guys to give y'all some more news that I know you can use. All right. Have a wonderful and blessed Monday. Until next time, let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go,